coming at you.
All right, everybody. Probably haven't heard this voice in a while. Welcome back, Infinite Weekend Podcast. Zach here, Josh over there.
What's going on? It's been
2024.
Feels like a year, dude.
Yeah, I know. Well, we haven't recorded since last year.
Yep, it's true. It was right before. Fuck. It was. When was that last one? Oh, damn!
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, guys.
Shit happens, man. I don't know. It was holidays come up, and
Well, we did
that.
We did that one with Farrell's.
Yep.
And then you got sick.
I got sick during the holiday.
You got sick for like a week.
I got sick. I got sick. I wasn't feeling right. The Christmas Eve, and then I was sick for the whole week. Apparently, everybody was getting this new Rona variant of some kind.
I was on call
and the flu
for the whole holiday, so we didn't get to do it that week because I was slammed, and then I got sick. And yeah, dude, it's been fucking nuts, man.
Yep.
It's been a bad one.
I've been slammed. I think maybe the week prior to that or something like that, Christmas, I was getting slammed.
You were working late.
Yep. I was getting slammed.
And
I'm still kind of getting slammed, but it's going good. I just got to get over this hump. We get this first install done. I get over the hump. We're good. I off tomorrow for Martin Luther King Day, which will be when this episode comes out. But so we're kind of back in the groove.
Yeah, man, I'm excited to be back.
Yep.
I actually did get stopped about the podcast for the first time with the decal in the back window of my truck.
Oh, really?
I didn't tell you the story. I was going to say it for today. I had a guy stop me at
some exposure
at Harper's school, and there was a guy in another Tundra. It's like a Toyota community thing. And he said, "You a podcaster?" And I said, "Yes, sir." And I hadn't seen him before. I've seen the truck. I hadn't seen him. And he walks up, and his kids like run off, and they're going like into the school. I was like, "All right, we'll just talk out here about it." So he was like, "What's your podcast about?" I said, "Toilet humor." I said, "Life, motorcycle." I said, "Anything." I said, "It's just."
My shorthand is guys being dudes.
We just kind of bro it out. And I could tell he was older than me. And he was like, "Are you military?" I said, "No, I'm not." And
Operator sheep.
So he was, he was like, what do you guys ever do anything about like mental health or like secure on this military front stuff?
Why is it all about mental health?
And I was like, I said, "No, dude, that's not what we do at all." I said, "Now we have military family and like people we know." And I said, I have friends that have acquaintances that are like the Black Rifle guys, like Zach here in town that does Veterans with a Sign. I said, he's got a podcast. I said, I know a lot in that community. I said, but if he said, we're going to get a podcast going. And he sent me his business card, super nice guy. And he was like, I got to work and looked up his card. His credentials are like way better than mine. He was like, former Navy SEAL, worked with 160th. And I'm like, fuck, I'm not going to tell this dude what the fuck I do. But he was looking for like another personality for the show. He's like, I want like a more civilian person there too, not just like the PhD of it.
Is this you telling me you're quitting?
No, not at all. I don't know where he's going to go with it. I sent him my information too, but he was curious to the whole thing. I guess the idea. I was like, well, yeah. I said, just hit me up if you have any questions about it. I said, we've been doing it over a year now. Mm-hmm. I said, but we don't do anything like in that spectrum of mental health. Like I don't want to do that.
Well, you were telling me like a lot of the ones that are successful is all about focusing on the why.
Exponentially, because
is everybody that fucked up?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like everybody's kind of looking for like an outlet. Like this is what we do, but like I don't know. I can only
looking
speak
for a reason why they think the way they do.
I guess I think what it is I think people like to listen to other people that may have similar issues that they do.
I suppose.
Like same with Alan Richardson, the guy that I like from Reacher. Like he's bipolar, like diagnosed. Yeah. Well, listening to him, I'm sure that people are like, "Well, I have that too. It's nice to hear." And he's committed suicide. Tried to commit suicide before. So I guess talks about it.
So I guess nothing kind of like binds a community together.
Misery loves company.
I'm
not saying everybody's miserable, but it's something that because suicide rates are up. Like I've lost a lot of classmates to that.
Right.
Like. So I get it.
That community is a little stronger than the community that likes dick jokes.
Well, jerking off and shitting. Well, I think it's a great community. We're a very.
I think we're tight knit.
We're a tight knit group. There's like 10 of us across the globe. So which was cool. We still got some flag. I was like, that's cool. That's cool. But yeah, he saw it, and it's funny when people ask like, "What's it about?" I'm like,
I know it's hard to describe.
Dude. Like it's like a campfire.
I really think we should have a good answer to that because I've noticed whenever I've
It's like the
told
View
that
for men.
when I'm trying to like you're right when I've tried to formulate what it is in like a short enough sentence where I don't drone on and on. That I sometimes I feel like when I say that I can see it in their I can see the light in their eyes disappear and they're like, well, that's not for me, or like you don't really know what it is, just you're just like in on there and like talking, and I'm like, which is true, but I've also you just have to listen to know what it's about. That's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like we do need to come up with some sort of like
I've told it
sentence or two that really captures the essence of what we do.
Well, I've tried different.
I don't know what
like. Went to Vegas. I tried different things to see what kind of reaction I would get. So like, I'd be like, it's guy talk. Like it's mid-30s. We just talk about life. Yeah. Like this gentleman that I just met. I told him. I said it's just life stories. I said we share everything. It's banter. It's I didn't go into like jerking off and dick jokes, which are hilarious. But I just kind of, and then as long as I can kind of catch them, then I'll stop. Like if they're like kind of like that sounds kind of, then I'm like, fuck, I said it wrong. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can kind of tell. I just tell them it's just bro time. It's just guy time. Yeah. And I said we have a 28% take on women. Or a couple of millennials. Right. Yeah, a huge female presence here. Actually, when you told me those numbers, I was surprised it was as high. I'm surprised it cracked 5%. I mean, I have a mutual friend of ours that is in her 40s, and she loves the show. Yeah. So I'm like, we're doing. Although I will say, right. As much as we talk about, and I feel like, as much as we talk about like shitting and jerking off, I can't. Women are into that. Apparently, they talk that way too. I feel like I feel like it's 50-50. It is 100%. It's hilarious. Some of them can't stand it. They're like, ooh, gross. I don't like that kind of stuff. And then the other ones are like, yeah, I took a big shit. They go right into it too. Yes, like we're one that pops your back. That's the best. Right. Or I hear him talking about like, have you heard of him online? I've never heard anybody talk about it in person. A woman talking about it in person. Go ahead, let's see. But I've heard this multiple times online, on a meme or on Instagram or wherever. Mm-hmm. About women talking about farting into their vaginas. Yeah. You heard about this? Yep. I didn't know this. Vaguely. So apparently, they when they rip one, it'll root its way down. It can move forward to the front butt. And then like a little pocket, it'll just chill there. Yeah. And they got to like wiggle to get it out. I don't know about that. And I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know about that. And I'm like, what the fuck? See, we need to find us like a disgusting female to come on here every now and then. That can be like, yeah, that's totally true. I pussy fart all the time. And apparently then they queef their fart back out. Right. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck? Suck it back in. I didn't know this was a thing. That's really gross. We don't have that problem because we got balls. They stops at the balls. Yeah. It's suck if it got caught, like a pocket underneath your taint. Like, and you have to rock it forward. Right. Yeah. That's really gross. Coming out of the new year swinging. Yeah. Yay. So apparently that's a thing. Yeah, so 2 weeks into the new year, we caught some popularity in this car line at the school. You're talking about like Toyota. Dude was also driving a Toyota. He's driving Tundra. I feel like Toyota people are becoming like Jeep people. Yeah, we are. We're an elite. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like the Jeep people, whenever you see another Jeep, you're like, oh yeah, let's talk about our Jeeps. It's almost Toyota is almost like that. I haven't had one of those. Like nobody's been like, because we're just like, it's like you'll see it and be like, it's like acknowledge. And that's it. We haven't got into the parts. No. Everyone's like, what do you got in that? I'm like, same fucking thing you do. Yeah, it's stock. I don't have to do anything because it runs. Exactly. Yeah. I haven't, but it is a mutual thing. People's like, and even if it's a 4Runner. Right. I'm like, except for the Prius people. Maybe it's hard to make like a following of people that just like reliable trucks that you drive in town. I'm gonna and be like, you don't like to work on your shit? Right. Like, neither do I. Me too. I bought this. All right, yeah. Right. That's hard to develop like a community of people like minded like that. Right. I like that. Yeah. So I forgot to tell you about that. That was pretty cool. Did you do any New Year's resolutions this year? Well, let's roll it back to Christmas. Go ahead. Okay. So that's right. Fuck, I forgot because we haven't. It was good. We were going to do like a Christmas episode, but when we were off, but this didn't work out. Sickness, but it was good this year. I got a lot more than I needed for sure. I worked a lot too. It was very busy. Christmas Day wasn't, but all of the rest was it was smoking busy, man. Just a lot of stuff. But no, Harper did great. She got a bunch of shit. Everybody did really good. I got spoiled a lot more than I needed to. Okay. I got a lot of adult stuff. I was really psyched. I got my first cast iron skillets. Ooh, really? Nice. I mean, I have a Blackstone, so it's a giant. But I've actually never had a cast iron skillet. And I was always like, once you get one.
Oh, yeah.
So, dude, it's amazing.
100%.
For meat. I use it strictly. That's all I've used it for is meat.
Yes. So
it's fantastic.
doing
like
it-
chicken breast. Like,
searing a steak in a cast iron,
haven't done a steak yet.
you got to do a steak. You do medium high,
Yeah.
4 minutes, 4 minutes. You can even do where you can like do it in butter,
Yeah. Okay. I've seen you
and
do
then you
that.
do the basting thing. But 4 minutes, 4 minutes, and it depends on if you like them medium to medium rare. 4 minutes. You do 4.5
Medium rare
if
for
you
good
want a little
steak.
more medium size.
I've heard you
But,
can do what you're describing and then sear it and put it in the oven.
So that's a what do they call reverse sear or whatever?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's where you crank it fucking high.
Yes.
You sear the shit out of
Seal
it,
the shit in.
and then you throw it in the oven, and then it like couldn't. So that's really good too.
I got that. And of course, I got a bunch of coffee, which is awesome. And I got a ground meat mincer.
Okay.
One of those, looks like a medieval weapon. It's got it's like frayed on the sides where you can like mince ground meat with it. It's got multiple little blades on it so you can cut up ground meat.
Like minces it up.
It's what I think it's what they call it. Yeah. Like it's like a handheld device. Like I usually use
Was
a
it
spatula.
or a tenderizer?
No, it's not one of those. It's called a.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know
where
what I'm
you
talking
like it breaks up the ground meat.
Yeah.
I need to get one of those.
It's because I eat a lot of.
I do too.
ground
I
meat and
usually
rice.
just like with
So,
the
like,
spoon, metal.
You can,
with
yeah.
the spoon
It's
or whatever. But yeah, I need to get one of those because I do a lot of ground meat myself.
What did I call it? A mince? I'm pretty sure I said that wrong.
Mincer?
I think
Maybe it is a mincer.
I think I totally made that up. No, I didn't. It's right there.
Mincer. Okay.
Oh, okay. This is the one I have. Let me pull this
So
up.
I was thinking you were like making ground meat. Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't have a meat grinder. No, I don't have a
Yeah,
meat grinder.
I need one of those too.
This is also called a meat-resistant meat masher.
Meat masher.
That's way better than what I said. So I got a meat masher for Christmas. And I got some new riding boots that look like Easter eggs. I was pretty excited about that. I shared on my
you
Instagram.
like the colorful
bright
shit.
purple. Dude, they're fucking sweet. Oh, and then we got microphones.
Actually, you see that I did watch the Barbie movie because it was.
I haven't
free or
watched it
whatever.
yet. Harper wants to watch it.
It's fine.
I've heard it's okay.
Well, there was a couple moments where I was like super feminist or whatever, and I was like, eye roll, like come on. But so as a dude watching it, like it's kooky, it's weird, it's it's a doll in a fucking
entertaining.
fantasy world that goes to
I
the
like
real
Ryan
world, whatever.
Gosling.
Ryan Gosling was awesome.
Yeah, he
He was awesome.
He's cool
Like
as fuck.
the whole patriarchy thing that he created, this patriarchy in Barbie Land, it was hilarious. Like all that was
gonna
just
watch
so
it.
funny. So I digged it. I dig Ryan Gosling specifically, and of course it's Margot Robbie. She's hot, so it's just
There's a lot
enjoy
of
watching
beautiful
her.
women in it.
But there was a scene where he has his like. She's like, "You got your rollerblades," and he pulls up his rollerblades, and they're like all cut. And I was like, "Those look like Josh's boots."
Yeah. Oh, that's me, of course. These are like bright purple, like magenta. They're amazing.
right.
But I also got us radios, Bluetooth radios
Okay.
for the helmets. I wish I would have done that 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Like Dad and I are now you're in the woods and you can talk to each other.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
Or you go, "Fuck."
Oh, everything.
shit.
Oh, speaking of that was one of my New Year's resolutions. No more anger outbursts. I have not had a freak out in 14 days. Not
Okay.
one freak. I mean, like the full on power freak out.
So what's the trick?
Just relax.
Just
like I've had,
sending it
there's
out?
been a couple of times that I've had to like. It's amazing to me. I was telling my dad this that like all the little shit I would go off the handle for is so dumb. Like just minimal stuff that.
Yeah.
And there was 2 times I had to catch myself, and I was like, dude, what are you doing? Like this, I would have freaked out over nothing. So I've stopped that. Yeah, I made this for some reason. This year was different. I was like, I need to make some changes.
Okay.
Like for real changes for me, not like so I can brag about it on my social media and be like, oh my god, day 14, no freakouts.
Right.
Like it's not that.
Although
It's
now
just-
you're like airing
now
it
I am on my show.
podcast,
Yeah,
so-
well we're talking about it. Yeah. And I'll keep bringing it up. I'm helping people. So that's what I did too. So yeah, that's been nice.
People helping people.
It feels so good when you, yeah.
Feels so good when you joke.
Yeah, it doesn't. What did you get?
So since I was sick,
Yeah, you got some tissues?
I did go to my parents and we did like a just a little Christmas dinner thing for a couple hours, and I just that's about all I could do, and then I went back home and medicated. But my brother and his husband at the time now, because they're married now. I keep forgetting that. They why are you laughing, Josh?
I'm not. It's the coffee.
It's the coffee.
It's tickling my throat.
Anyway, they were like out of town, so they were going to come back that weekend after Christmas, right? And so we were just going to like do it then, and do the whole gift exchange.
Yeah.
And my family does Secret Santa now. Everybody just does one gift. You get one gift.
Yeah, there's no young kids.
There's no kids around really much anymore, so we're just like whatever. Which I kind of like. It's just simpler, and we're all a bunch of adults. We don't need if you want something, just go buy it yourself. We want to have something fun, I guess, extra to do, Chris, because it's still Christmas. So that happened, but I was still sick, and I think my brother got sick. So we didn't even get to do it that weekend. So we didn't do it till the following weekend. Now it's my birthday, and so we just did it.
Yeah.
So we just we did the gift exchange then, and then I got one extra because it was my birthday from everybody.
Dude, I was rucking. I've been doing that a lot lately. Dad and I've been rucking a lot out at Dunbar Cave or on the marina. Just he's got a weighted backpack and I do a vest. But that's why I was walking that day. I was like, I looked at my watch. I was checking my steps and my heart rate, and I was like, "Fuck, today's Zach's birthday." I looked at Dad. I said, "I think he's like really fucking old today."
Yeah.
So I was like, I gotta text him.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, I did.
You know how I feel about
I did get you something. It's not here yet. It'll be here next week.
Oh, okay.
I ordered it.
Okay.
I wasn't going to get you anything because I know we usually don't do that. But I was like, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Okay.
So.
Well, I got that calendar or whatever. So
yeah, she's up.
Yeah,
she's up right now.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I tried to I thought there was a weird thing on one of the dates. I couldn't rub it off, and I ended up backing out loud in my garage. I was like, it's her fucking belly button. Yeah, her New Year calendar is way more revealing than the previous one. She's really
she upgraded.
She really upgraded, and she's a beautiful lady. I'll just say that.
You talking about Miss Paige Spiranak?
Yeah, she is something. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't fucking watch golf, but I'll watch it for her.
I would watch her play croquet. I don't give a fuck what she's doing. Yeah, she is a beautiful lady, under 30 as well.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous, and
nice.
she catches a lot of heat, and I don't know why. I think it's jealousy.
Yeah.
I think a lot of jealousy.
No, I've been middle aged for a while. Technically, I think what is the life expectancy of males? It's still 72.
I think so.
Okay, well then I'm last year I was middle aged, so I'm now on the back end. So 36, I would have been middle aged.
Oh, are you?
So now 36 is over. Now I'm 37, so I am now a 100% without a doubt middle aged.
That's great, dude. It's great, dude. It's awesome.
If the life expectancy is still 72.
My friend who tattoos me just turned 35. I texted her birthday, and I was like, 35? I was like, fuck. So you look great. She's like, I'm trying.
Yeah. Actually, I got that a comment like that too. Because when it was my birthday, somebody at work, was like, "How old are you?" 37. They were like, "Oh, really?" And it was. I
thought you were 40.
Well, they thought I was like 28 something. And they're like,
fuck.
I'm like, yes. Appreciate it. Yeah. Still got a chance.
No, I haven't. I turned 34 in May. I haven't had a comment like that yet. I heard somebody thought I was older than 20. I'm like, well, yeah, thank God. I don't want to be 20.
No, stupid.
Yeah, I don't want to be retarded.
Yeah.
Like, sorry. It's a fact. Have you met a 20-year-old? Our neighbors are 20. They're dumb.
They're dumb. Yeah, they are dumb.
They're the worst.
I still hear them fucking dudes.
They're the worst. They are the worst people.
Yeah.
I went to Crystal's yesterday. Kyle and I did to bring over some baby clothes. And I was like, how's things with your neighbors? She's like, I fucking hate them. I was like, I do too.
Punks.
It is
like
I
like bikes too, but like why
like,
you gotta be ripping that shit?
Speaking of bikes, I just bought another Harley.
Yeah, I know. I need to come over.
Now my shop is.
What would you get? The Iron 1200?
Yeah, I got a sporty is what the community calls. That's one thing I make fun of, call them sporties.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's fun as fuck, dude. It's cool.
I need to come over and ride it.
It's a blast, man.
But it's cold.
Don't do it right
like
now.
2 degrees.
Don't do it right now. She'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
But I need to ride something like that so I get a feel for it because it's a cruiser.
It's the best.
And so
super fun.
I need to see if I did kind of actually no, never mind. Even when I took the course, it wasn't a cruiser. It was a standard bike.
Yeah, this is just
Colt and that other dude. They rode the cruisers. It was like little Rebels. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's what he's got now. Yeah, Colt's got a Rebel.
So that was what he rode it during the course or whatever. So because he had he's like leaned back a little bit more. But everybody else was on the standard because everything else was pretty much like Suzuki's and shit.
Yeah.
But he had the Honda Rebels. There was like 2 of them.
His is pretty sharp. I wouldn't want it for myself, but his is all right. His new one he's got that he bought. It suits him perfect. Like he rides it well. He looks comfortable on it. So
I need to I should have picked one of those whenever I was doing the course to but I went with the standard because I didn't want to fucking fuck up on the course. I was most comfortable on was the standard.
Just ride mine whenever it warms up. This spring, you ride mine. See what you think.
Well, I might do it as soon as it gets not terrible cold.
You can do it in the neighborhood.
That's what I'm saying. The neighborhood.
It's cold.
Just to get the feel for it, to see if I like the way it sits. Because
you'll know this one's already like done up.
Yeah.
You'll know by sitting on it if you're going to like it.
Okay.
Right away.
I'm sure I'd be fine.
It sits different than a stock because it doesn't have anything stock on it.
Yeah. Although, I don't know. I feel like I might still be a standard guy. I think I just like being, I don't know, what's the word? On the bars. You know what I mean?
This one won't be, that's not how this one is.
Yeah, this is more, I think I just like the feel, I don't know, the feel of, I feel like I have more command of the bike if I'm on the bars.
I really want I want everyone to get dirt bikes. I was talking to Dad about that today. I wish you and Jake would both get one.
Yeah, so that's I
would be so fucking tickled. Because then that way we'd have me, you, Garrett, Giles, and my brother. Everybody have bikes.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you guys obviously couldn't keep up right away, who gives a fuck? It's so much fun. It would be great to have a group again.
Well, you mentioned we were talking about New Year's resolutions, which I'm usually not big on doing New Year's resolutions. I'm just like, no matter what time of the year it is, I decide to do a thing, and I'll just like go toward it. I fail or I don't, whatever. But I don't wait till January 1 to start doing shit. But that being said, I am, now that we're past the holidays and work is starting to get to, it's still busy, but getting into a groove.
Yeah, of course.
To where it's going to start to, I mean, it's still going to be busy, but I'm just getting the hang of it. Where I'm now like going to get focused on the health thing, not mostly so I could fucking ride a dirt bike for fucks.
You want to do stuff.
Because now I am 37. And
feel good, look good.
Whenever you get to this age, just for anybody younger listening, it's just harder.
Yeah.
It's just harder to get into that athletic mode if you've let yourself go like I have. You know, not like fucking crazy. I'm not 300 or 400 pounds, but you know what I'm saying.
I know. Yeah,
like it's just you get to a certain age to where your body just doesn't respond to things as fast and as easy. Mm-hmm. So I feel that now. It's like when I got sick this last time around, like it fucking kicked my ass, and I'm like, why? I don't ever. When I get sick, it's usually like a couple days, and it's not really that bad. I'm fucking through it. I'm ready. I'm already up and out.
Sure.
This laid me out for over a week. And I was just like, what the hell is this?
You're like, it sucks.
It sucks.
It sucks.
I was out of shape and I'm older now. So I think I'm getting older now. So it's just, I'm becoming more aware that I am no longer 20. If that makes sense. I'm no longer in my 20s.
Yeah.
And now I feel like now my body has finally caught up to that realization, or I have caught up to my body.
You're feeling it.
And saying like, yeah, it's like, hey buddy, you can't do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do that again, you're going to have to work at it.
Yep.
That's where I'm at feeling right now. So now I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to work at this. I can't just like do a few little changes here and there. I've got to like really commit to a multifaceted thing. Like it's got to be nutrition, and it's got to be, I got to get active. I got to stretch more. I need to start taking vitamins to make sure I'm supplementing what I'm missing or whatever. It's like all that.
It's like I tell people because
if I don't do it now and I just keep going, it's going to
be hard.
In the 40s, it's going to suck even more, and then when I get to 50s, I'm going to be on pills. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just.
It's how I was telling someone the other day. Dad and I were discussing. I was talking about people in general. Not they get in this misconception that when a new year rolls around, they want to get in shape. I'm like, you guys realize that you don't have to hit the weights. You don't have to do one thing. You just got to move. You just got to move. You got to do stuff. You have to move around. It doesn't have to be. You can play wall ball. You can walk the neighborhood. It doesn't have to be. I have to go to the gym for an hour and do weightlifting. If you want to do that, by all means, I love to do it too. But you don't have to do all that. You can just do.
My dad's going to be 70 this year. Yeah. He's not on any medication.
Yeah.
He does do a lot of vitamins. He walks every day.
Yeah.
Every day. He's, like I said, he's going to be 70.
Yeah.
If you looked at him, you wouldn't think he's about to be 70.
Yeah, my dad is.
You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't lift weights.
Yeah,
my dad. I don't think he's ever lifted a weight in his life. No. But his athletic or his workout is hiking. He likes to just go into the woods, fresh really air, fun. And walk.
I like
that's his thing, and he does it every single day. He did biking for a little bit.
We hike a lot
or whatever. So that's his thing. So to your point, you don't have to like become a gym rat. You just have to be active. Like just be moving.
I think my dad's 56 or 57, and he works out every day, just about. He dirt bike rides still full time with us. He wakeboards and skis and runs and does his own stuff. Like he has a fear of not. His whole thing is I want to be able to do everything I want to do.
Yeah.
Period. He's not chasing a number in the gym. He's not trying to pick up the house. No. He's doing. I want to be able to do everything all the time.
Yeah.
Like on the dot. And he hasn't slowed down since. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. That's that's kind of where I'm at because I know if there's a lot of things that I like to do. That I like to hike. I like to travel and go to like hiking type destinations, like go to the
should hike with Dad and I.
Rockies or whatever and all that kind of stuff. So I like to hike. I would like to. When I started this whole riding bikes thing, my ultimate goal was to do dirt bike in the woods.
There's no time, no better time.
But
now,
if I'm out of like shape, like that stuff won't be enjoyable.
No, it won't be. So, it's not going to be regardless,
right? But
even if it's not going to be your first time.
Well, it's gonna be not just horrible. That, but other stuff like if I'm trying to like hike up a trail and right. I'm just dying, like the whole experience is ruined because it pisses me off.
Yeah,
right. So
I get it.
So I get where your dad's coming from. It's like you're not going on stage, but you just want to be able to do the things. I have a fear of
slowing down. Like I want to be able to do everything I want to do right now.
And I think that's my dad's motivation too, is because he's always been active, always been moving. Yeah. He's always been hiking. He's kind of a outdoorsy, sportsman at certain times. Fish and swim. One time he boasted, I think he swam across every single major river in the continental United States.
Of course he did.
Right when he was trekking, he even did the Mississippi. He found like a skinny section of the Mississippi and swam that or whatever.
Fucking nut.
Fucking crazy person, right?
It's cool.
But whenever he would, park his truck for the day on the side of the road or off a rest stop or wherever the fuck they park those things, he would get out and he'd have like his bike.
I could see him
on
doing
the back, and he'd get on his bike and he fucking tool down the roads and find a little spot and he'd hike through the woods.
I've known him a little while now. I could see him doing it.
There was one point he told us, I may be airing out a crime here, but you don't know his name, so fuck off. He was walking through the woods and he sees some like leaves rustling
I love that
on the ground.
Yes.
Right, they're moving. And he's like, what the fuck is this? And so he's curious and he's like, is that gas? And so he's like, well, that's only one way to find out. He takes a match or a lighter and he lights it and flames shoot up into the air. Yeah, sure enough, it's gas. Like, what'd you think it was? You know what I mean?
And it could have blown up.
Right, 100% could have blown up. And so there's just like this pillar of flame going out in the middle of the woods, going up into the sky. And he's like, oh shit, And so he's like trying to trace the line, trying to look for it because he sees that obviously there's a pipe there. And so he's trying to go up and down where he thinks it might be,
and
looking for like a shutoff valve, and he couldn't find it. He's like, well, fuck, I'm getting out of here. So he like got back in his truck and like moved further down for the night and just left it. So I don't know if the whole town's gas burned up or like the forest burnt down or something. I don't know. He was in Nowhereville, Midwest somewhere. I don't know.
This is the armpit of America.
Yeah, exactly. And that was on fire.
Dude.
But, so that's him. He just...
That's all right. It's awesome.
That was like 5 years ago. It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
So, he always getting out and about is all I'm saying. So, I need to be like that because we were just talking before we started recording today. I do not want to be like medically... I don't want to become like a medical patient.
I get it.
Constant patient when I'm older. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not until I'm like ready to fucking...
So you got some New Year's resolutions. You made some, a little bit.
Kind of,
sort of.
Yeah, it's kind of. Well,
I try not... I don't make a list or anything. Usually I don't because, I'm like one day at a time. I don't try not to plan too far out. I just like day by day. But this year I'm trying to stick with some better changes. I almost did a social media break again, but then like I had a good point brought up to me. It was like, just remember that everything that you do and any messages you get or any like contacts are all through there. Like everything is done through social media now. Like my Instagram, all my tattoo appointments are done through there. Like all my friends, like everything. So I've just tried to I've talked about it on here 1,000 times, I'm sure. Tried to do cutbacks. My whole thing was I'm trying to not compare myself to others and just enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah.
Take a step back and be like, dude, you've got it pretty great. You need to relax and stop watching people from other states that are doing shit. Who gives a fuck? It's
I think
fine.
You do start to get comparative.
It's terrible. And it is what it is. And I kind of wish, I completely just cold turkey. I wish all of us could get off of it and be more in the present. But, excuse me, it's just not going to fucking happen.
Well, my thing is like, and I've cut back too, but not like hardcore, but I'm not like removing a bunch of shit. But I unfollowed a bunch of accounts that are just kind of
that's what I did.
And there's a couple times where recently where I'd just be doom scrolling, and I'm just like 2 hours to go by. And
the
I'm
reels.
Like, what the fuck? It's 2 hours of my life gone, and I don't really have anything to show for it. And so I've really cut down on doing that. I catch myself like, what am I doing? 15 minutes goes by of doom scrolling. I'm like, oh well, no, what am I doing? So
I just stick to stories now.
When people send me stuff, I'll look at it and then I put it down.
I've gone to no reels. I don't go to the reels because that's where you get. I just get in there
on the shitter. I'll get.
I don't get in the reels. I just do. I do my PR work for my friends and people that I like and enjoy. I share all their stuff and then check some stories and I get off. I try not to dabble in the reels because I'll get in the reels and it'll be an hour by and I'm just and I have no idea what I watch. I watch like some animal get mauled and I'll watch some girl twerk and I'll watch some badass motorcycle jump. And then that's all I remember. I don't remember anything else.
I really think that, psychologists talk about this. Every time you see a reel, you get like a dopamine shot. I swear to God, I feel like my dopamine receptors are fucking just wore the fuck out.
They're just severed.
You know what I'm saying? They're just like, we're so tired. Stop sending us dopamine.
You're never.
You know what I mean?
The problem is you're never bored anymore either.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I was listening to one that my dad was talking about. Peter, Peter Attia, Dr. Peter Attia, Peter Attia.
Oh, I don't know.
Super cool guy. You need to look him up. He was talking about he said you're just never bored. Like your phone, literally, if you think you're getting bored, you just go right to your phone,
right to the phone,
right to your reel.
100%.
You're not. There's just you're never bored. We're always have to be involved in something.
I fucking wake up after when my alarm's going off on my phone. I hit the alarm, snooze it, and I'm ready to start my day. First thing I do usually is I've got messages from over the night that people send me.
You check them,
and so I check them.
I don't do that.
I got to stop doing that shit.
What do you? Let me ask you this because
It's also what I do before I go to sleep.
I didn't realize that what I did was kind of odd. My dad and I were talking about like how because people always talk about this is the way to start your fucking morning. Like do this, drink 4 gallons of alkaline water with
do 50 push-ups,
cucumbers. I actually do like that with like cucumber, sea salt, and bile of whatever. All this shit you got to do, right? So I said, well, do you do like the whole wake up because you're supposed to have water before you drink any coffee? Yeah. I'm like, I'm not fucking doing that. Sometimes I will, but I was like, I said, I get up, my feet hit the ground. I put socks on. I don't like bare feet on the ground. I don't like that. So I go straight to the bathroom and I wash my face. I do all my facial serums, all my stuff right before I even leave my bedroom. My dad was like, "Did you do that every morning on the weekend?" I said, "Yeah, Dad." I said, "I do that every day. I do not leave my bedroom.
Even before you take a shower?"
I shower the night before.
Oh, okay.
But as soon as up to the bathroom, pee, wash face, I go straight into my face stuff. Okay. I don't fuck around. I don't get out of that room until all that's done.
See, if I
like that whole people get out and go sit in the living room with their PJs on and chill.
Well, I have to shower in the morning because I have hair.
Well, I have hair too. What do you mean?
Well, I'm saying, like long hair. You know what I mean? Longer hair. And so it's all like I have bedhead.
Oh, like
you know what I mean?
Okay, well, yeah, like I'm.
So I have that much hair. So even if because I would like to shower the night before, but then if I would get up and it's hard to tame this fucking shit unless I shower.
Yeah, I noticed that when you got out of the shower tonight.
It's it's fucking crazy.
Do you see this new? Check this shit out. Look at this. Like I'll tell you, this is a good story. Look at the back of this.
Yeah, I saw the that look right there. Like if I wasn't almost obese, you might. I've always wanted to do that cut.
So
I've always wanted to do that cut.
So
but I feel like it would look weird on me.
So
because I have kind of like a fat neck going on right in the back right now.
Yeah, but you don't have hot dogs.
So I can't. I can make hot dogs. You want to check this? Look, I can make hot dogs. Well, that's actually I got hair right now. But whenever I cut it real short, and then
you got a pack of hot dogs back there.
Kind of just tuck my neck in. I can get a little bit. You can get something. You can pinch that a little bit. I can create a hot dog back there.
I had been growing my hair out now for a little while because I used to shave it bald. It's like anybody knows me. I've been bald for a while. I was like, I'm gonna grow it up because Shave Shack, shout out, Derek's my barber, and I was like, I want a badass haircut again. Like I want another fade or something. I'm like, you're just
leaning into the stolen valor more.
Hold on. There's a whole thing with that. It's great. It's great.
Because you look like an operator even more.
It's great. So I was like, I said, yeah, dude, I want this. So I grew it out. It's been like over a month now. So I showed him a picture. I said, I want this. And he was like, all right, we can do that. And it was like it's not a mohawk. It's like a fade that I was like, it's kind of like
let me describe it. Mohawk. So you have a fade, but instead of the fade going all the way around the back,
it comes to a point
down to your neck.
Yeah, almost like a little baby rat tail.
So everybody can picture what it looks like.
Yeah. So I was like, and my hair's really dark. So I saw it when he first showed me. And I was like, I don't don't know about this. And I was like, I don't know, it's pretty cool. He was like, let it come in a little bit. You'll dig it. I'm like, cool. I was like, cool. Thanks, Damian. Whatever. Thanks, Derek. So I get home, and when I'm driving home, and I like my wife's
Kyle's going to just rip you.
Because I'm already ripping myself. I'm like, yeah, look at you, UFC guy. I want to be a cool biker. Like, I know it's coming. Like, she's going to call me fucking Blazer. Like, just as soon as I hit the fucking door. So I walk in, she's like, let me see it. I show her, and she was like, oh, look at you, tough guy. And I was like, fucking let it go. Let it go. So, like, and then, of course, here lately, I've been wearing, like, jewelry. Like, I got some rings. Like, I've leaned into it. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try some shit. How do you know what if you like if you don't try it?
You're like slowly turning into like Chris Angel mind freak.
Yeah, just no six pack. Yeah. So exactly right. And no residency in Vegas. So I told her, I've been motorcycling now for like 20 years. I can lean into something.
Yeah.
I have credentials. I've never been in combat. That fucking bullshit Crunk started.
Right.
That operator sheet.
But you look like dirt bike guy. You're a dirt bike guy.
So I told her, I was like, I can lean into that because I've done it. I can do that.
Yeah.
I was like, so I'm going to lean into it a little bit. But yeah, the stolen valor thing, that fucking joke, everyone loves that joke.
It's so great.
Crunk has started like a movement with that joke.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Like that fucking Cody told me, a friend of ours, I don't think you met Cody, a friend of ours from Kentucky. He texted me one day and was like, that is the greatest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
It's so funny.
He loved it so much. But yeah, no, so I'm trying new stuff, man. I'm trying all this stuff. We're trying new things.
Yeah. I dig that. The first time I saw that hairstyle,
I like it.
It was an operator. I think it was a Navy SEAL in that movie Tears of the Sun with Bruce Willis. One of the guys in it had that hairstyle. I was like, oh, that looks awesome.
I am not that cool. Like I have all the shit to look the part. Like we were cleaning up closets yesterday, and like in my gun closet, there is so much shit in there. I mean, there's fucking vests, there's like holsters, and I was like, what the fuck is all this over the years?
Yeah.
Kylie was like, yeah, look at you. I was like, don't fucking say it.
Yeah. That's the one thing that you
see this, by the way?
The Jacob Jones tattoos?
First time I've had a free shirt sent to me for being a hype man on the internet.
Oh, cool.
I was fucking stoked.
Nice.
Yeah, dude.
He's
a tattoo artist in Nashville.
Okay. I guess you're going to have to get a tattoo from him then.
Yeah, I need to actually. I
need to get a fucking tattoo.
Yeah, dude, we still got to do that. And Kyle, now that's done my Jesus tattoo and then my Pacific Rim tattoo, he's now fully licensed. He's done with his. He's drawing me one up now.
Okay.
It's gonna be fucking sweet. It's like a pin-up thing. It's really cool.
Okay.
I'm running out of room, but it's cool. Yeah, we still got to do that this year too.
About the hairstyle thing though, that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's if I wasn't like in the position that I'm in professionally, I would do more shit with my hair. Actually, I have an idea. Once I take some weight off of what I want to do.
You trying to get back down to your
I was 20, I had a faux hawk, you know. I wasn't, 33 or 34, however old you are now. But,
I don't know why you said it like that.
But I was 20 and I did a faux hawk.
You said that kind of weird. I'm going to leave that alone.
Yeah.
In other words, you're too old for the haircut. You weird fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Are you having any other midlife crisis? First it was the car, now it's the hairstyle. I feel great.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think you're past it. You may have another one whenever you get close to 40, because that's supposed to be when you're actually supposed to have a
maybe
midlife
so.
crisis.
I don't know. Here lately, I've been good. I haven't had any.
Yeah.
No, we've been hiking more and all that stuff. No, I'm just like, I'm trying to just like do me. Like I'm trying not to do the comparative thing was killing me.
Yeah,
it's like the gym thing. Like I would get on there and. I try to work out pretty regular and take care of myself. And I'd lean in and see like a dude that I don't even fucking know on the internet. I'd be like questioning my entire program. I'm like, well, I should look better. I should do that. I should do this. Why do I look like shit? Like I was just like, what the fuck am I doing? Mm-hmm. So I was like, I just need to stop. I just need to just stop and just do my own thing. Do my own shit. Hang out with, just do my own circle of stuff. Now I still have people I want to meet this year. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm hoping to. I have a small group of people that I've harassed and stalked on the internet that I get to meet this year. I really hope. There's like 4. There's 3 right now I'm trying this summer to actually meet.
Yeah.
Like actually get to interact with these people, which would be the fucking greatest thing ever.
Well, I'm
stalking will pay off.
The comparative thing is good too. I'm there when it comes to. I'm at that point where it comes to. That's the reason I want to get off Instagram. But where I got to stop comparing is just where I am at this point in my life compared to other people at the same point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not even gonna think about that.
Don't do that.
Not even gonna think about that anymore.
Problem too.
Not even gonna think about that anymore. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna do what I need to do, what I know I need to do, and move on. So what I'm talking about is, relationships, kids, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Not even going to think about it. I'm just going to do what I know I'm supposed to be doing and look out for the signs. You know what I'm saying?
That's all you can do.
Be a little bit more intentional instead of just like free floating out there in the fucking ether. It's just, people are, everybody knows everybody gets like this, but you get like in a mode to where, you wake up, you go to work, you get off, you go to dinner, you watch some shit on Netflix, you go to sleep, you do the same thing. The weekend comes, you just do more of the shit that you did Friday. You maybe spend a little extra time. You do one little activity that you like to do, hobby wise or whatever. If you got, as far as somebody who's single and no kids, and that's pretty much, you just kind of like, you're just floating from work week to work week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're just floating from weekend to weekend. You're not really doing much. You're just maintaining, if that makes sense.
It does.
But
you're becoming complacent.
The only thing that you're progressing is professionally, and that's fine if you're like fucking, I don't know, saving babies or some shit. But you know what I mean, like that's fulfilling, I suppose. And I guess I'm not saying my job that I'm doing it.
It's not important.
It's not important, but I'm just saying it. It's not 100% filling. It's got some.
Yeah.
It's important, and what I am doing is stimulating, I suppose, but it's not something where you get to the end of getting your deathbed and be like, oh, fucking really glad that I did all that shit.
Yeah, it's
like
not.
No, you're not.
That's why I try to fill mine with hobbies.
Yeah, right.
You have to, because I'm the same way you are. I mean, I try just to do a good job so it fuels my outside.
That's my thing.
That's all you gotta. I just had to shut it. Like, not saying that I don't give a fuck about it, but like. Or quit trying, but I just have to switch. Like all this is the ends. What do they call it? Ends of the means to an end, but it's like for my fun outside stuff.
Funding your lifestyle.
Yeah, that's all I call it. That's all.
Well, I enjoy going to work now. Not saying that other places I've worked before that I didn't enjoy going to work, but I'd say more often this is where I first job that I've had, I think maybe it's because of the position I'm in, and it's also from the ground floor. So, and also the people that I work under and around, under and over it's almost, we get the job done, but also it's like just hanging out.
Oh yeah. It's a good time.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a chill zone.
It's fun. We actually have fun. So I do enjoy that, but, so other jobs, it's where I feel like I'm trying to avoid people.
So you think this?
But I don't want to try to avoid people.
So
now.
You think after a tattoo, this might be the year for love?
It's the tattoo. That's the tattoo. It's holding me back.
That's it, dude.
This clean, pure skin is holding me back.
Once you get it, trashy women are coming out.
Yes,
it's gonna be awesome.
Oh, red flags! Oh, I love red flags. They're so hot. Criminals are hot.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah. So it's gonna be kind of a multifaceted thing. I hate that it's fucking cold because my motivation is in the shitter when it's cold.
So we've been
I hate that
we've been rucking out in the cold. Like we just vest up and coat up and just it's basically podcasting in the woods.
Well, you know how much I fucking hate the cold and I bitch about it. But honestly, whenever I have to go out into it, and I'm appropriately clothed and I'm not like dying freezing, I'm actually not a bitch about the cold. I hate that it comes around.
It's terrible.
Every year. I hate that it comes around every year.
Weekend dirt biking it is as much as you can take, but eventually it gets to where it's fucking miserable.
Yeah.
And you're not doing it for money. You're a weekend warrior. So and then street bike riding. I mean, hats off to you guys that want to do it in that cold shit.
No,
I do not. It sucks.
There's no way.
Now, if I had to,
I mean, what would be the fucking wind chill?
It's terrible.
It's gonna be crazy. I mean, it's supposed to be in the single digits.
Saw a guy this morning.
Tomorrow,
it's 18 degrees tomorrow. I went to the gym this morning. There was a guy out on a dirt bike on the highway past me.
No,
I'm like, you're a fucking.
It's got to feel like negative 20.
There's a chart that you can follow that'll tell you. It's horrendous.
There's no way.
I don't like this time of year myself.
I hate it.
I don't like it. Everybody gets sick. You get seasonal depression.
Well, that's the reason why I think New Year's resolutions make no fucking sense. It's like, why would you start off trying to be motivated to improve yourself when it is the shittiest time of year?
Oh, speaking of,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, speaking of cold, I'm actually think I'm going to get a cold plunge. I think I'm going to do.
I'm actually kind of interested in that.
I'm well, it's been around forever. It just now went mainstream. But I'm thinking about getting
it's all Joe Rogan's
trough and just put water in it and let it sit outside. Like it'll. That's what Amber and her husband do. Just sits outside. The water got to 41 degrees, and she was like, "It's perfect."
Well, I mean, it's the cold plunge thing is the same concept as working out. Is that you do something strenuous, your body gets activated, and your endorphins start pumping out, and you feel better.
It's gonna suck.
Like it sucks while you're doing it.
Oh, it's gonna be horrible.
But it's just like working out. You're struggling, or people when they're running. When you're running, and then you start to hit a point to where you're like, oh, you're fading out. And then you just push past it, and you get that runner's high, and you just fucking charged up, and you just feel like you can run another 10 miles. It's the same kind of concept. Your body has to go through. It has to be like go through struggle, so that your brain is like, oh fuck, we're struggling.
Yeah,
you need
exactly.
to activate, and then it just activates those endorphins, and then makes you feel better. So it's the same kind of concept. It's just a quicker way of doing it. Instead of sweating for an hour in the gym, you could just
2 minutes,
3 minutes plunge, and you get the same effect.
I think I'm gonna try it.
Look, if you get one, I'll come over and try it out. Fuck it.
We can do it. Yeah, dude,
You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna fucking suck.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Amber them said. They said it's terrible.
Yeah.
But you feel so good when you're done.
Yeah.
And she sticks with it. I've been following her little fitness journey, or whatever, and they do it. I mean, hats to them. They stick to it. It's pretty awesome.
Well, this year, as far as resolutions, I don't know if you want to call it resolution, but I'm in a mode where I'm just trying to make just improvements. Just improve.
Absolutely.
Just improve in our overall whatever it is. Name a area, and I want to improve upon it.
I think that's a better way to go about it.
You know what I'm saying?
I think we should do. I want to try to aim for.
If I singularly focus on one thing, I feel like I'll peter out because I'll go too hard on it, and I'll peter out. And I'm just trying to be like all these aspects, all these bad things that I'm doing, or these counterproductive things that I'm doing, or things that I'm not doing. I'm just going to do them a little less or a little more, depending on which way you're swinging that. Like, stay off my phone a little bit more, be active a little bit more. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Less masturbating.
You know, just
good for you.
Touch myself one less day a week.
Right. That's a start. Fuck.
Take Thursday off. That's all I'm saying. Thursdays is
just Thursday.
Thursdays is me time.
Yeah,
not me time.
Get that build up
me
before
time.
the weekend.
Right.
Yeah. That way Friday you can unleash.
When Friday it's like, oh,
unleash the dogs.
I'm so glad I held out Thursday because Friday is awesome.
You'll perish in flame.
Well, they say you have to ejaculate 21 times a month in order. It's like then that reduces like prostate cancer by like 40% or some bullshit or whatever it is, some percentage or whatever. I'm like, how? Like, okay, I'm sorry. I talk about jerking off a lot, but I don't jerk off 21 times a month.
21 times. You have to ejaculate 21
Apparently,
times.
that's what the doctors say these days. Is that if you do it 20, like that's on average what you need to be doing.
21
and I'm
times,
like, bro, that's like that's literally every day, and you take Sundays off or something. It's like
it's your rest day, the day of rest,
or is the Sabbath, right?
Yeah, that sounds exhausting.
I know that's too much.
But if you tally it up, it's only like 21 minutes.
Yeah,
a month.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm not doing that. I'll just take. You can actually drink black coffee and reduce your risk of prostate cancer. I'll just drink coffee.
I know. I think there's better ways.
Yeah, 21.
It's too much. Well, I
don't even think I have sex 21 times a month.
No.
I don't think that's right.
I think I work in sprints. I feel like even in professional life, I work in sprints. I go hard in the paint for like a week or two, and then I just like do dick off for like a week.
And then you
so
take a week
I'll just like beat the shit out of that thing. It's like help me please. I'm like, I'll keep going.
I think,
and then I will just be like, I don't even have a dick for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, I keep my dick on a working offshore schedule. I go hard for 7 days and I'm off for 7 days.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Right.
I'm an oil worker.
Right, yeah. Offshore oil man is my penis. Yeah.
The dick's a roughneck.
Yes. Right. Oh, Jesus.
Ah, shit. Oh yeah. So we were talking about Christmas earlier. I got Kylie a gold wedding band. So she wanted to. We have, of course, our originals when we got married, but she wanted a gold one. So I got her one on Etsy, and I was like, well, I got to get a gold one to match. Well, like she didn't know I got one, so I ordered one, but she was kind of not happy about what one I got. But I got that one. Look what it says on it.
Yes.
She was like, what the fuck is that? So she said, what is that? And I said,
and in the darkness.
Yeah. So she said, is that Lord of the Rings? And I said, yeah, it is. And she's like, what does that have to do with us? I said, look, is that it binds in our love. That's
Right.
what it really says. She was like, "You're full of shit," and I'm like, "I know, but it looks cool, right?" Because it says it on the inside too.
Yeah, it does on the inside.
It's terrible. Yeah, it's super cheap. But I was like, I don't. I have the one that I initially got when we got married. It's like the black tungsten, the black one. Dude, it was like $60 on Overstock.
Yeah.
And then I got a rubber one, and then I have this one. I was like, hey, I don't want a brand new unless you buy it. It's not going to count if I buy it.
Yeah.
I just did this to match your gold one, and just because I like jewelry, because I'm having a midlife jewelry crisis. Yeah. So, because I've been into the right hand rings. I don't have them on. I was going to wear all that shit over here, but I've been wearing like right hand rings and like just really leaning into it.
Okay.
Like a fucking.
Well, as long as you don't wear like the full on like bangles or whatever.
No. I don't have any bangles. I have like the beads I wear, and then like one's like Crunk wears, and then I have like she got me a what's the turquoise?
Okay.
I have a turquoise bracelet she got me. It's pretty cool. But I don't have any big like huge gaudy stuff. I'm not gonna wear a chain on my wallet.
No.
I thought about bringing back a pocket watch, but I don't think I'm gonna do that either.
No.
I had one of those when I was in middle school.
Got it
from Target.
What are you going to go full steampunk or something?
No, absolutely not.
Don't do that shit.
You know who would do that with us? Garrett. 100%.
Yeah.
He would do Peaky Blinders outfit immediately if we were like, dude, let's do it.
Well, you know they're making a movie now. They're doing a movie.
That's the reason, and I don't care what he tells you, and if he was sitting here, I would say it. He got a dry bar in his house because of that show. He started getting haircuts, and he bought one of those paperboy hats.
He
wore that motherfucker out.
He had the haircut and the face and the mustache.
He
looked like Arthur.
He got the hat and would wear that bitch out.
Yeah.
In a t-shirt and jeans and wore that hat.
That is seriously the dumbest hat that's ever been conceived.
It's cool in that show. And that's but I don't have
those guys because those guys look cool.
I don't have a Cillian Murphy jawline.
Yeah, right, exactly.
He has a presence that he could wear that fucking hat in board shorts.
Yeah.
He's just cool. Or that guy I sent y'all on Instagram that's like his Instagram pages. He dresses like that.
Yeah.
And he goes in like the mall. And like,
I feel like honestly the only like head accessory that fits you is an operator, like a backwards hat.
Yeah, that's it.
A backwards hat dumbass. Or like or a mic, like
or as I told my boss when we went to Vegas, I was like, I look like I'm going to Battle of the Bands.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
It's whatever. I don't give a fuck. It's fine. I'm just gonna lean into it, dude. It's better than buying a sports car.
You're like the backup drummer for Blink-182 or something.
It's fine. Like. I don't care.
It's fine. Which I get this.
I'm not wearing etnies anymore.
I get this tattoo. I don't really know what my style is. I feel like my style is like dad style. But
I would say dad.
Dad.
You're not a bad dresser by any means. I think you just look like I dress like that sometimes too. I'll be like, sometimes I don't have a style. I mean, whatever.
I think it's the tattoos that really said it make.
But yours are like, you just have like you're just a dude. You look like just a dude. Like I don't.
A jag, just a guy.
Well, because Garrett kind of dresses like my small circle of tight friends. Like Garrett dresses kind of like I do, except his hats are really taken in because his head's a lot smaller than mine. But like, and then you dress just like you look very dad, like, but not in a bad way.
Probably.
Jacob.
I think I probably dressed like I look. I'd probably dress like I was in a frat.
Kind of, not really. I don't get that.
Well,
vibe.
not like preppy.
If you had your letters on your ankle,
I
would say but you don't come off that way.
Do that. But not like a preppy frat. I feel like when people think of a fraternity, they think of like preppy.
You're like a vet who doesn't ever talk about what he did. Like I wouldn't. You're like a vet, collegiate vet. Like frat guy, like hard in the pain frat guy, but you don't trade war stories.
No.
That's what it reminds me of. Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't know I was in one unless I told you.
Yeah, that's true. I always forget you were an ATO.
Yeah,
that was a what do you call it? Starter chapter.
We were a colony.
Colony.
Yeah, and then we got moved up to a charter. Yeah, or got a charter. Or got it back. Excuse me. Yeah, and it was a great experience. I don't take it back at all. I just didn't lean into it hardcore and like really stick with it. Sometimes I wish I would have like finished with it and stuff, but I had a great time. So
I'm just a standard, shorts or jeans, depending on the weather, and a t-shirt.
I'm just painting a picture this year for people to know what we look like.
Yeah.
Because I think, who was it that came on? Drew came on, or one and was like, you guys look like you sound? Or was that, that was Amber's husband, Justin said that. You guys look like you sound. I was like, great.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot about that.
So I sound fat? What the fuck?
I don't know what he meant by that. I took a lot of offense to it. I'm not sure what he meant.
You sound like you're stolen valor.
Stolen valor. I get fucking asshole. I don't know. I guess.
Yeah, well, that's you're talking about motorcycles. We've already talked about this already, but I think I'm going to get one before it warms up. We'll try to get one.
It's a good time to get one right now. Rates are still kind of bad, but
riding is difficult.
People are trying. They're trying to get move stock in inventory because they've got a lot of shit sitting. So it's a good time to get stuff.
That's the problem. Is I have a fully paid off truck. I really don't want to get a truck payment, but I'm putting with me having to drive an hour to work every day and back. I'm putting a lot of miles on that truck quickly, and so I'm like, it's a Toyota, and so I don't have any problems, but I feel like in any moment something could break.
Well, that's one of them things where
it's going to annoy me, and I'll just fix it. But it's going to get to a point where I'm like, I'm going to need to get another truck. But that is so much more expensive than a bike, and so the rates are terrible. I think I could probably battle through the high rates with a bike. Should be fine.
Oh, you can. Like I'll talk to you about it after show, whatever. As far as all that, I'm not going to finance stuff on the show, but I can tell you about that shit afterwards. But yeah, I mean, I think it's everybody. I think it's a good time to get one. I mean, if not, because who knows when things are going to change after the election? Maybe I don't fucking know. Who knows when all that's going to come down? Who knows? People aren't going to stop buying stuff. If we all stopped buying stuff, they would come down. But we're not going to. So it is what it is. But they're still. I mean, you don't have a whole lot going out anyway because your vehicle wise, your truck's paid off. That's all you got.
Yeah. Yeah, I got plenty of bills. I
know that. I just meant as far as toys out in the driveway.
Well, I need to stop. I need to also scale back on my fucking DoorDash.
I actually used DoorDash for the first time. Uber Eats the other day. It's cool as fuck. My dad uses it.
I wish I make money was no object because I would just do that shit all the time.
I make fun every time a DoorDash car comes to your
dude. They come all the time.
It fucking makes me laugh.
It's my neighbors probably think I'm either a drug dealer or fat piece of shit or a DoorDash.
Because kind of the day was like, really? And I looked at her and I was like, yeah, it's fucking cold out.
Yeah, it's cold. I don't want to fucking that's easy.
And he's buying, who the fuck cares? I would work Chipotle every day.
Yeah.
And I told her, I was like, who cares? I was like, you would do it too? You hate the cold.
Yeah.
She's like, last time I did it was so expensive. I'm like, then you're doing it wrong.
Well, so I cut back on the coffees, buying the coffees all the time, and replace it with DoorDash. Okay. So I'm like,
one evil for another.
Yeah, so I really need to chill the fuck out with that, but and save some money because a couple of things. Getting the bike, like this year, getting the bike. I know I was saying I was gonna get a tattoo before the end of the year, but like holiday sickness, all that kind of shit.
Oh man, you're good. You got time.
So I get a tattoo, and then I gotta move. I gotta move with somebody. I needed to figure all that out.
I don't want to help do that. I'll help you move furniture, but that sucks.
Well, we already had this. My take on that. I'm hiring movers for that shit. Yeah. I'm not gonna burden my friends with with moving my shit. So no, I'll hire somebody for that. But I need to do that. It's just that everything's. I know everybody else in the country is feeling it too, but it just fucking. Anytime you want to like spend a large amount of money on anything, it just sucks because it's whatever you thought it was going to be. It's going to be so much more.
You know what I did the first day of the new year? I bought a dishwasher. First day.
Yeah.
First fucking day. Yeah. Our dishwasher went out. I ordered that bitch. It's sweet though. I'm excited.
I've already replaced the stove and my dishwasher.
So our stove that we wanted was $4,000. So I'm not getting that one because it's one of those ones that goes in the fucking wall.
Yeah,
and it's got to match the black slate color. Whatever. Anyways, but yeah, we did. But
I waited till I found both that stove and my dishwasher. The dishwasher was not because mine broke.
I remember. I gave you shit about it for months. It was
broke forever, and I was just like,
8 months.
I'm tired of this. And in retrospect, if I was like not in a hurry, which obviously I wasn't, but until it finally got to a point where I'm like done, I should have just waited and just checked it out. But open box, like I remember
when you got it.
I got my stove open box.
So we have GEs.
I'm looking out for a new fridge too because if I whenever I move and I rent this place out, I need to replace that fridge. It's too old.
Yeah, we got a new fridge, but we like GE. We want all of our stuff to brand match. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to be exact color. I like the brand match. So
as long as I got the stainless steel thing going on.
Yeah.
So as long as it's stainless steel, I don't give a fuck what brand it is.
Oh, see, I like it to be cohesive.
I would like that too.
I'm a label whore.
I'd rather not.
But we got ours on sale too.
Spend so much money.
We got ours on sale. Dishwasher we got super cheap, like way cheaper than we got lucky, 100%. So that was cool. I spent about what you did on yours.
Yeah.
I think roughly after installation. I disposed the other one myself. I'm not going to pay them.
Be surprised. If you go in in the morning at Lowe's or Home Depot wherever you go, and you go like when they first open, just if you have some time on a weekend or whatever, and you're like You just go in there. A lot of times, that's when you'll find the open box good shit.
We got ours cheap.
Yep. So I need to do the same thing for my dish refrigerator. But so that's kind of like if it was to set plans for this year, it would be bike, tattoo.
Yeah. Becoming a man.
General,
Badass.
Well, I've got to like drop some weight and get back into somewhat decent shape because I am going on this cruise in July, and I'd rather not.
Fuck, that's
like a beach
right,
whale.
dude.
So fucking
you got time
out on a fucking.
You got time, man.
So I got to do that, and then and move. So, but I've gotten used to that drive. I'm not gonna lie. I've kind of gotten used to it.
I don't think you should move. I'm not just saying that as your neighbor.
Well,
but
it's just everywhere else is so fucking expensive. I got a sweet deal. I mean, this is
sweet, dude.
This is sweet. This is a sweet deal.
I'm right down the road from you, so we're not going anywhere.
So it sucks. I'm thinking about if I'm waiting to see if things are gonna like go down. But the thing is I don't want to be waiting years waiting for it to go down.
Of course not.
So I'm really kind of hoping to see what this next presidential election goes about. And I'm just gonna tell people like I don't give a fuck if Biden is president again, it's gonna keep sucking. Just so everybody knows, that's my position.
If you don't know you're stupid.
That is the position of pretty much the majority of people. The only people that don't think that are just so close-minded. They're blinded. They can't.
That's all it is.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't care if it's. I get that maybe you don't like Trump. That's fine. But Biden's a problem. He's why everything sucks because he spent too much goddamn money, and now everything sucks.
If you don't even not diving into a politic hole, if you don't know that,
just objectively, right?
It doesn't make sense
for even people that are not in politics. It just everybody's shitty. Everything sucks right now.
If you just compare before and after, it's a sloppy picture.
It sucks, right? And so I'm where I'm kind of like at. It's like okay, let's see what happens whenever if Biden gets in office again. It's like well, fuck. It's probably going to be another 4 years of suck.
It's not going to. It will be. It'll be fucking horrible.
You know what I'm saying? But if somebody else gets in there, maybe Trump or anybody else, whoever, whatever. But if it's just not Biden, then maybe it won't suck.
Maybe it won't.
So I'm kind of like sitting here waiting to see how that pans out. But at the same time, if Biden does, it's another 4 years. What am I going to do? Wait another 4 years? I can't wait. On. I just got to fucking power through it.
I'm exhausted at this point by it, and I'm just going to live my life. I still have to go to work. So do you?
Yeah.
I can't take up arms. I can't do anything. Like, I'm sorry, I can't do shit. I'm gonna continue to do what I need to do.
Yeah, and protesting ain't doing shit because it depends on the only time protesting works is it depends on if the media is on your side or not. If they're not on your side, you get
whoever's narrative
deemed a terrorist or whatever. Yeah. And if they're on your side, then you get deemed. They ignore that you burnt down a fucking city. Correct. So that's a complete waste of time, in my opinion, protesting.
But yeah, like you said, though, you don't want to wait. Yeah, I don't want to wait another...
Right.
And Jacob had a good point about that when he bought his truck.
Right.
He was like, could I wait for rates to go down? Sure. But, I mean, how long is it going to take?
How long is it going to take? Exactly.
Whatever you don't buy today, somebody's going to buy tomorrow.
Right.
So
I'm gonna delay what I need to do for my life because of that. I need to move.
Yeah, dude.
I need to make that move and start with my, because my ultimate... What I want to do is I'd like to have rental properties or short-term rentals or whatever, something. I'm trying to build at this point to build something to where whenever I get to retirement age, I'm not relying on fucking Social Security because it's probably not going to be there.
It's a joke anyway.
Right?
What's that payout? $12 a month?
Some shit. I don't want to rely on that. And look, I've seen it happen to where the plans don't work out and then you end up having to rely on Social Security. I've seen that happen. And that may happen to me. If that happens to me and shit fucking falls apart and I have to rely on it, then whatever. We'll figure it out.
Just come live with me.
Yeah. I think that's one of the problems with our general society is that we don't do that anymore. It's like whenever other cultures, and even us, our culture 100 years ago, whenever you got to retirement age, you moved in with your kids.
Yeah, I would take care of my mom or dad in a heartbeat.
Right. We don't do that anymore. We shuffle them off into a home, which costs money.
$6,000 to $10,000 a month.
Right. It's like a fucking old person daycare. And it's like, the fuck? You know what I mean? So that it didn't used to be that way. But, I don't have any kids. So if I get to that point, retirement age, and I never procreated, Well, then that's my only option, right? I don't
Well,
have
everybody
any-
dies alone. Remember?
Oh yeah, right. Don't even start on that. That was one of the things he said that triggered me.
It's awesome.
I'm like, this is factually not accurate.
That's why
but
I texted you. I was like, this is about to get good.
I can't stand that. I can't stand like I can be super cynical on sometimes.
Yeah.
But the whole like nothing fucking matters.
I know.
Kind of cynical.
I don't like it.
Kills me. You know what I'm saying?
It's a bad.
Like I'm cynical.
It's not genuine.
Right. I'm cynical in a way that people are generally untrustworthy until proven otherwise. That's where I come. Like people are generally lazy and self-interested and suck until proven otherwise. That's where my cynical nature comes into. But I don't have the cynical attitude where nothing matters. Like things do matter. There's certain things that matter, right? But I don't like the nihilistic attitude.
The nihilistic, I don't like. Cause I'm like, you don't take a chance on anything,
Right.
So why even wake up? If that's what you feel about it, nothing matters. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
That seems like a lonely existence.
Oh yeah.
Like that seems like you're off your rocker.
Yeah,
I don't understand. I don't want to be around that kind of attitude.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Well, it's also a shoot off of when people make this statement when it comes to politics. It's like, the problem is we have a 2-party system. What we really need is a third party. I'm like, what makes you think a third party is not going to suck ass too?
Yeah, like,
what are you talking about?
That's something you're falling back on because you don't have anything to say.
Right.
So just shut up.
You think that's the problem?
That's the problem. That'll fix it all.
It's just 2 of them.
That's it.
If we have a third, then it'll balance them all out. They'll be like a best of both.
Because we had 4,
no,
it would solve everything.
Right. I was
All
like plenty of other like countries have like multiple parties and they still do shitty, sucky things. What are you talking about? Jesus Christ. It's the stupidest fucking argument I've ever heard in my life. We need a third-party candidate. That'll solve all our problems.
Yeah, what I've been doing to get away from real world is I've actually gone back now and I've started watching 90s shows.
Yeah, dude.
I started watching Cheers today.
Well, I almost came. You could really going back.
Well, like I
almost started watching Fringe again. I saw it on
I did.
I was like,
it's so good.
Yeah.
X-Files. No, I was just like,
Anna Torv is hot. Too.
I was like, I'm gonna watch some because I started watching this thing on HBO or Max. Excuse me, I say it wrong. It was called 90s.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to go back and watch. I've never watched Cheers.
Yeah.
Like it was that amazing intro song. I was like, this is the fucking TV that we need to go back and watch. Simple premise. It's great.
Speaking of streaming platforms,
Yeah.
I have like 8 of something like that.
I
have Netflix, Apple.
Do you have Peacock?
I've got Paramount Plus.
I don't have that one. I got rid of it.
I've got Hulu, mostly for sports right now because it's what I do live
for
TV
racing.
So that's 4 right there. 5 would be I've got Amazon Prime, I've got Max, and I've got Disney Plus and Crunchyroll. So almost I've got.
Oh, you have Crunchyroll?
I've got 8. I do have 8.
I bummed that off somebody.
Probably me.
No, it's
somebody
Cole.
else. Okay. I was looking, and so Netflix is a staple. Netflix is always putting.
I'm
shit
not getting
on
rid
there.
of it. I'm
I can't get rid of
Sorry.
Netflix. Netflix is always going to be on there because they actually come out with stuff that's actually sometimes they miss, but they keep coming out with stuff.
Yeah,
like it just keeps coming out.
But I have choices,
and I have lots of options, and usually it's good, decent. Well, there wasn't the last miss that I watched. I watched it the other night. It was Lift with Kevin Hart. That was the most boring action movie
I didn't watch
I've ever
it.
seen.
It was on my list, but I'm like,
pass.
Okay,
skip it.
All right.
It half of it made no sense. It was for as much quote action it was in it. It was actually super boring.
All right.
Dialogue was terrible. It made no
no.
fucking sense. Just skip it.
Smash or pass.
So it was bad. It was a pass. No, not a smash. That was pass. But Netflix is a staple, right? I got to keep that on there. Hulu, I'll probably kick as soon as NFL. Once the football season's over, it's out. I really only keep it around during football season, and then it's gone.
I had it for one show. It's What We Do in the Shadows. I had it for one show.
So it does have some stuff on there, some older stuff, but they're not. It's a lot of that stuff is just crap. That's on that one. It's not good.
B-roll.
I watched pretty much anything that was on because they acquired FX. So anything that was on FX, that's What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah.
It's like Fargo, Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Awesome.
Like all that stuff. I'll watch that. And they actually have a pretty good anime selection on there too. So anything that's not on Crunchyroll, it'll be on Hulu.
Okay.
So I'll keep that one around. And so far it's not too expensive that it's fine. And then we're getting into, of course I have an Amazon Prime account so that's kind of a given. So those 3 are always on there. And then I got Crunchyroll to where I'll burn through some anime and then I'll probably neglect Crunchyroll, but it's cheap enough to where it's fine. So I keep it on there. I have no fucking idea why I have Paramount Plus.
Yellowstone
Yellowstone was it, but I think I'm just going to buy the season.
Yeah, so
it'd be cheaper just to buy the one-off season than to keep that monthly subscription. So I have no idea why I have Paramount Plus.
I got rid of it.
I think I'm going to get rid of it. Same thing with Disney Plus. I have no fucking clue why I have that
Star Wars and Marvel.
So I'll get it for that month. I went to the
cheaper one. I went down to the cheaper one. I had the big one for Disney Plus. I went to the bare minimum one.
What's the bare minimum one?
I think it's like $8. Well, because I had it where you had the bundle where it does, I think, ESPN and
I see. So
there's different packages.
I have the bundle.
I did the cheapest one.
It gives me Hulu, Netflix, and ESPN.
I had
Plus,
that one. I got rid of
it. Or Disney Plus.
It's like $8.
So I have that one because I already have Hulu. It was like, well, it makes sense to go ahead and do that. But I think and it's actually through my Hulu login.
Okay, I got you.
Whatever. But I was kind of looking at the other day. Like I watched What If season 2, which is pretty good. Wasn't as good as season 1. But it was fine. But I don't like.
I have it.
Echo came out.
If it wasn't
I have absolutely zero interest to watch that show.
I'm not watching it.
So I'm at this point. It was like Disney Plus is to me, besides like the premiere shows that come out. Mm-hmm. And I guess if you have kids, it's fine.
That's the only reason I really keep
it.
That's
but for me, it's just I only kind of want to turn it on when a show that I actually care to watch comes out, and then I'll get it back, and then I'll cancel it. But the worst offender I think right now is Max. That one has just.
If it wasn't for Lord of the Rings, I wouldn't have it.
If it wasn't for you mean Game of Thrones?
No, Lord of the Rings is on there too. It's on Max. All the Lord of the Rings.
Oh, the old movies, yeah.
The extended one stuff that I watch.
Well, I would just buy those. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, and Max also the Harry Potter series next year or this year is coming out. It's going to be on there. I have all of them because if I can't find something, I don't. But sometimes even with all that shit, I can't find nothing to watch.
What I'm saying is like they when they come out with something like when House of the Dragon comes back on, I gotta go. I gotta watch that, of course. But what I'm saying is like as far as droughts go, and where they're just during those droughts is just crap. Max is the worst. It is just nothing.
It's
but
worse
garbage.
than Prime.
It's just crap.
Prime sometimes doesn't have shit.
Sometimes Prime at least you can like. There's a lot of movies that you can find on there.
Do you have Peacock?
I don't have Peacock.
I do they have all the Supercross, all the sport. They have great sport. They do the Olympics on there.
I have no interest in that.
Well, no, I know. I'm just saying, but it's cheap too. Yeah. It's really cheap. But they also have pretty good movies that come onto there. I like Peacock. I've enjoyed that one. But yeah, I've had to get rid of a bunch. But yeah, Max, you're right. If there's any of them that is lacking, or I'm like, what the fuck? Or they go to the just added. It's the most random, heinous shit I've ever seen.
Now, the one that actually it stays consistent to where it comes out with something that I'm interested in.
Yeah,
is besides Netflix is Apple.
Oh,
Apple
do
TV,
like Apple.
Apple TV Plus is actually pretty good.
I started watching the one you recommended.
Invasion?
No, I finished Invasion in 3 days.
Or Foundation?
Foundation I started.
Okay.
Definitely a lot different than Invasion.
Definitely different. It's high concept kind of shit.
Speaking of Max, have you ever seen a movie it's a one series show called The Outsider? It's a Stephen King book. The Outsider. It's called The Outsider. It's a 1-season show.
Oh, are you talking about? Oh, is that the one with the? He was director Krennic.
Yes,
that guy.
You watched that
from Rogue One? Yeah, I've seen the whole thing. It's wild.
I watched it in 2 days. Great show.
The Shapeshifter.
Awesome show. I was
eerie.
on the edge of my fucking seat, and there is not one bad cast in that.
I don't know why they haven't done a second season of that.
And I was on season 3 of Jack Ryan, which, by the way, is fantastic. 2 of the actors from The Outsider are in that show, and I was like, this is kind of awkward.
Yeah, it's kind of weird whenever you're watching stuff like that at the same time.
But yeah, Jack Ryan is I think
that show's is done now. I think the last season that came out is over.
Yeah. You watched Reacher? You caught up?
Yeah, I'm caught up on Reacher. You're right about the last episode of Monarch when Godzilla fought the. I forgot what the name of it called.
Ion Dragon.
Yeah, Ion Dragon.
Was that not some of the most crisp CG and cinematography you've seen
for a show? That's what I'm saying about Apple TV. Like
that show was.
Apple has too much fucking money. They got production value through the roof.
Monarch had a little bit of a lull for me in the middle there. Yeah, I wasn't super impressed. I was really good, and then I was like, ugh. And then it picked back up, and I was like, okay, cool. Yeah. And then I love the time jump while they're in the hollow.
Yeah.
And then there's like another layer to it. They kind of expansed on that a lot more than they did in the film. So
yeah, they're not. They weren't actually in Hollow Earth.
No,
or in a different area.
She said we're in
between
in the middle. Mm-hmm. I was like, this is fucking cool. So that whole thing was really neat, and I really enjoyed that show. That was at least 8.5, 9 out of 10 for me. I liked it. Invasion was 9.5, 10 out of 10 just about. Invasion was awesome.
It was crazy.
Great show.
The second season, whenever old girl was talking to the jellyfish thing for like the entire season, I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I still don't know what it is. I still don't know what it is.
I'm still like, and there is a season 3.
Yeah.
Apparently they had a script ready to go, and that stupid strike happened. It was like, so yeah, I saw. And then have you seen pictures of season 5 of Stranger Things? They've released some set photos.
Yeah,
everybody looks like they're 90.
Yeah, I know. I'm glad that show's kind of coming to an end because the kids are going to get too old.
What's the black kid's name? He plays Lucas. I forget that actor's name. He just posed for Cosmo magazine. Like,
did he? Oh my god!
6-pack. I was just like, it's so weird. You're playing like a 14-year-old kid, and you're like posing on Cosmo with a beard.
That triggered me. We talking about like
a black guy with
shirt off.
Six-pack?
No, it was. Have you ever seen the? There's these pictures. It was right after Ellen Page became Elliot Page.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Have you seen those?
Yeah, they awful.
He, she, whatever the fuck, did a photo shoot where it was like a GQ, or a men's health shoot is what it looked like.
Pisses me off.
And the shirt was all open and had these like fake as fuck it was the fakest abs I've ever seen in my life. And it had the scars, and it was like
trying
to look all like badass. And I'm like, you look fucking ridiculous.
Well,
like even if you were like a biological man, you still look fucking ridiculous.
She's in a cologne commercial or something now. Yeah. It's the whole thing is, and I watched
trying to look like a, I don't know, like a teenage heartthrob or something. It just looks stupid.
It's weird, dude.
It's super weird.
They look like a shitty Zac Efron from High School Musical.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
I can't get on board with that.
Probably
besides Juno, and like that was the only really movie that she did that I really liked. She was great in
Inception was good.
Well, she was great in what's the Umbrella Academy up until she became a dude. Like that whole thing. They wrote that book about having sex with like co-stars, the girl on girl. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And then now I'm a dude. I've never been happier, and like I'm catching flack. Well, of course you're catching flack. Sure. That whole thing to me is crazy.
It looked retarded. She beclowned herself. She just looks absolutely ridiculous.
I saw where that
whatever. But all the bleeding heart liberals on the left are all sucking her dick, being like, "Oh, you're so brave.
You're so brave."
Now, somebody needs to tell her you look ridiculous. Like a real friend would be like, "You look fucking ridiculous."
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You want to be a dude so bad.
Dudes don't dress like that.
Dudes don't dress like that, and dudes will rip. If I did a fucking photo shoot like that, I would expect you to rip my ass on that one.
Oh, dude,
you know what I'm saying?
As soon as I got this haircut and I started wearing rings, I was like, I would rip me. Someone, it's like I told Kylie, I was like, dudes rip each other. I'm going to get ripped for this until they get tired of doing it, or they're like, all right, we've had our fun. Like,
right.
Even if somebody like you were like, I'm going to change my hairstyle, or I'm going to change my clothes. Like for a week, we'd give you shit.
Yeah.
Not to be cruel, just 100%. Because that's what we do, and then we'd let it go.
That's the best. That's how I know. Whenever you have a celebrity or whatever go from female to male transition or whatever, but then all their reactions to criticism is how a woman would react to criticism.
Dudes don't react that way.
They would not. If it was a dude, you would be like, "Fuck you." You know, they react differently. Yeah. So that's how I know you're full of shit.
Yeah, like
you're bullshit.
If you posed for GQ and they did fake abs on you, you had like a necklace with like your one button done. I'd be like, dude, are you sitting on a cock?
Right.
Did your boyfriend make that outfit for you? I would immediately give you shit, and you do the same thing to me.
But her reaction would be like, "Oh, you're my transphos."
Yeah.
And
you would do it to me. That's how guys are.
If you were a quote real dude, your reaction would not be that.
Bill Burr said it
because real dudes don't act like that.
Yeah. Bill Burr said it best today. He was like, he was afraid to use an umbrella. What are you gonna melt, you fag? He was
right.
His stand up. Right. He was like, he wanted to eat a banana, but he couldn't. Like, you're gonna suck on that? Like, yeah, dude. Bill Burr, that whole thing he does about dudes, it's a fact.
Exactly. And I'm not saying that to being like, dudes are like hard ass. I'm just saying that's just the way dudes are. I'm sorry.
That's just the way the dudes I know are.
Dudes are.
I don't know. That's my circle acts that way.
You're not a dude trapped in a female's body. There's nothing about your brain that's what I'm saying? You don't have a dude brain. I'm sorry, you don't.
Yeah, because if I was trapped in a woman's body, I would do horrible things to it.
Oh, my God. Let the homies hit.
I think I made a joke about that with Kylie one time. I was like, if we were like swapped for a day, I was like, you'd be drilling me. I'd have to know. Right. Well, it sucks if we swapped back. I'd be like, I kind of missed it when you were fucking me.
Well, pegging is still on the table.
It's not happening.
Okay.
That lady that said on Amazon on that Instagram video, she was like, if your man hasn't been, or if your dude hasn't been like penetrated or pegged, you're really missing out. And I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna keep missing out. Oh well, I won't. If I don't know, I won't know what I'm missing. I'm not doing that.
Yep. That's funny.
You're out of your mind.
Yeah. Yeah. If you did like a body swap with a, I mean, I'd be playing with my titties the entire time.
At least for a couple of.
That's still had like
minutes.
dude brain. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
the dude brain.
They'd be like, oh, these are awesome.
I think they did that in that Scooby Doo movie when they swapped. Yeah. I'm gonna look at myself naked.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like,
exactly
that makes
what I'd be doing.
total sense.
100%. All right. And be like, all right, I'm going to find this thing. Saying we can't find it. I'm going to find it.
By God, I'm going to know where it is when I'm done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, found it. Now I know where it's at.
Do it to yourself, and you're like, now I know why she was pissed.
Right, exactly. I suck at this.
Or what was that movie where he's like, oh, that was Forgetting Sarah Marshall, The Journey to Find the Magical Clitoris.
Oh, yeah.
When he was showing him on the chessboard.
Yeah. Because of God or whatever. God has to be present in the bedroom.
That's great.
Right.
Oh, dude. That movie, when he went and saw him and then he went back and slept with his wife and rocked her world, that whole thing was the best. He had what was it, like a bishop?
He had it was like a giant chessboard, and he was like straddling and humping the rook. Right.
I love that movie. I'm going to go back and watch that.
That's one of those classics.
That's when she shows up and he's like, opens up his towel and starts slinging around. And she's like, I want to break up.
See, that, movies I miss movies like that. Because our fucking stupid ass woke, we kind of the same type of people that we were talking about. Elliot Page, fucking whiny crybaby man, woman, dude, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. They're the type of people. The reason why that writers don't make good shit like Forgetting Sarah Marshall anymore.
Joe Rogan just brought that up
because he can't offend anybody.
Joe Rogan brought that up.
So fucking tired of it.
So they don't make comedies like that. They can't. Yeah. You can't make comedies like Super Bad, Hanger. You can't do any of those anymore.
The closest one that I've seen recently that got to it was No Hard Feelings. But it's still, they didn't push.
But it was. There was some moments.
You could feel like it wanted to be. It could have gotten there. Like it was a kind of the concept was wild enough and was the plot was there to where you could have had like a super bad comedy.
I miss those days.
You know what I mean? You could have, but they just wasn't quite there.
I miss those days.
Those movies are the best
movies.
The best movies.
Like Tropic Thunder, all those movies are awesome.
Seriously, what comedies that have come out in the past 5 years, just say 5 years, name one where you're like, this is an instant classic. I'm going to be quoting this movie for the rest of my life.
There's not one.
There's not one.
I mean, I haven't seen this newest one with Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
But I don't think it will.
I don't think it will. I just want to see
her.
Because she's super hot. Apparently, the entire movie, she just looks hot.
I don't care about the plot at all.
Oh, my God. I know. Which is it still in theaters?
It is.
We need to go see it. We need to go see it.
Okay.
Two dudes.
Let's go see that.
Yeah. And then Jacob tried to give us shit. It was about it's kind of gay about like two dudes in a movie to
Garrett
get a
came
boner.
in with that fucking win.
Yeah, 100%.
He slid in there with that win and was just like, I forget what he said. I wish I would have screenshot of it.
What was it? But
he said, what do you say? Set sail, boys. Set sail. Something crazy.
I'll go in there fucking full mass with my bro.
I'm not going to watch a movie and get a hard. I'm almost 34. It doesn't.
Oh, we're not getting hard ons while watching the movie. Oh, okay. Yeah. We're not going to get boners.
Yeah, I'm not getting a boner in there. Fuck, man.
No, I probably won't.
And if she jumped out of the screen, it'd be different.
Right. Started playing with it. I'm like, oh,
it looks like a cool movie. I haven't seen any reviews for it or anything. I don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, it's as far as I haven't heard anything bad necessarily. I think it's probably default rom-com. It's probably
raunchy
standard,
which I'm cool with that too.
Sydney Sweeney,
but they'll never be American Pie movies again. They'll never be none of that. It sucks.
I know it does suck. I can't wait for us to get past this. I really think that we eventually will get past all this
comedy's going to be the one that spearheads it.
And comedy, and you're already kind of seeing it with the comedians. So those guys are the tip of the spear.
That's right.
They're on the front lines. Eventually, they're going to change. They will change the general mode of the public to the more that successful they are, then the more that writers of their type, of their caliber, of their mindset will get into those writers' rooms and start writing good shit again. But I don't know. I think it's gonna. I don't know if it's gonna happen in Hollywood. I think it's gonna have it elsewhere. I think it's gonna have to be independent people, independent production companies
leading the
coming out with stuff, because everything that's in Hollywood, they're in such a fucking bubble that they're like have shielded themselves off from all like criticism or change. Like they're stuck in their fucking ways and they can't get out. The only thing that's going to change that is money. If we stop patronizing this bullshit.
Did you watch Dave Chappelle's new stand-up?
I haven't seen it yet.
It's fucking good.
Is it good?
It's good, dude. He makes fun of, oh God, when he starts making fun of crippled people, like handicapped people, I fucking lost it. It's hilarious. Yeah. And then he makes fun of the trans community. Right. He goes after them because it's funny.
Well, like
it's funny.
Shane Gillis.
I love Shane Gillis.
His latest stand-up, that was like
one of the best.
I'm like, yes. Like he wasn't like overtly just like, he's actually kind of liberal.
He's awesome.
But he's like, just calls it like he sees it. You know what I'm saying?
He
says some of the wildest shit.
Comedians to come out.
Oh yeah,
the last couple of years. Like I loved him and everything.
Like he called like Navy SEALs pussies and Al Qaeda or the real brave.
Yeah, they're out there on monkey bars and shit.
Right, exactly. Like that's some hard ass shit. You're like in flip flops throwing rocks at tanks. Like that's some hardcore shit.
Because his girlfriend's ex-boyfriend was a Navy SEAL.
It's like night vision. You're gonna sneak up some guy in the middle of the night where you can't see you, like pussy.
Have you seen where he did Kill Tony? Where he's been on there?
Yeah.
Gosh, man. He's just like a frat dude.
Yeah.
That episode of Protect Our Park 6, when they did shrooms, is my favorite.
I need to go back and watch that. So
it's Protect Our
Parks 10 was the 2-parter. I finally got through
I watched it.
But yeah, that was a good one. They got super drunk on that one too.
This past couple weeks, I've been a big podcast. Like, I mean, I know we do one, but I've been in Joe Rogan's podcast hardcore, and I am now 100%. I don't care what anybody says. I am an on-board Jelly Roll fan. I fucking love that dude.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's cool as fuck. That period. I don't care if his wife used to be a prostitute. I don't care if he was I don't care. I would love to hang out with that dude. I can't party like he can.
No.
However, to sit down, that one he did from May this past year with him and Joe, the most humble podcast, like just great episode.
Yeah. He's definitely right.
He's so genuine.
He got, was it?
He's got 3 awards.
He got, like new artist of the year or whatever.
Entertainer of the year.
Entertainer of the year.
Dude, he's...
so he's like up and coming. I remember when he was, more low key, and he would, he was on Bussin' with the Boys.
Dude, he used to tour with ICP.
Yeah.
like
insane clown.
That's what he said. He said, they asked him, he said, was the craziest thing you've ever seen?
Gathering of the Juggalos.
He said, I was on stage singing, he said, I saw a girl getting her back blown out on the fence by some dude. He said, people around there like cheering and shit. He said, it was the craziest thing I've ever seen at a concert. He said, this girl is in the back on the fence, just getting hammered down on.
I feel like that's one
in the middle of a concert.
There's like people that like, they want to go to Coachella. They want to go to Burning Man. I want to go to a gathering of the Juggalos and just watch that
Crunk
madness.
Will go with you.
You know what I'm saying?
He brings that shit up and it cracks me up. I used to listen to ICP.
So I wasn't going to listen to ICP, but
Have you ever heard any of their songs?
Yeah, I have. But I'm just saying, like, I wasn't an ICP fan.
Oh no.
But what I'm saying is like that whole like and they know what they are. They're not really pretending. They're not posers or
terrifying.
They know exactly what they are. They're ridiculous. And they lean into it. I dig it.
That's what, and he was with them. Like he said, it was the craziest shit.
That's like was it Guar?
Oh yeah,
the dude dressed like a fucking demon or troll looking thing. Like I love that shit.
It's ridiculous.
It's so funny.
They came on to, they were on Fantasy Factor, I think, one time with Rob Dyrdek and all them. They came on, and I'd never heard of them. And yeah, they look like something out of a fucking movie. Yeah. It's a real band.
It's awesome.
Someone signed them.
I know. It kind of reminds me. We've talked about this when we go to video. What if we just like wore those like super realistic like demon masks
and in a suit? I told Crunk one time, it'd be cool to wear that to work. Don't tell anybody.
Right.
And they're just like, and you're like typing.
Yeah.
Like I'll be with you in a second.
That's what. So during Halloween, like that's what George basically did. Like he wore like the alien mask in the hands, but it was normal clothes, and I was just like, yes, I love that. It was cool. I love that look.
That was a good look. Are y'all going to Vegas again this year?
Yeah, that'll probably be an annual thing, I would imagine. Because
2026 will be the next time I go, I think, or 27.
Well, you can just be my +1.
I think Vegas.
Just take a vacation. And then you don't have, then you don't have to worry about like,
Oh, I know.
Doing things the next day.
I will say the next time I go, we always bring Vegas has a special spot for this show. It always will, I think.
Think so?
Oh yeah, it was because it was the first.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm not getting on the weeds on it, but I think this next time I go, I'm doing a lot more touristy stuff.
Okay.
I feel like there's a lot of stuff we haven't got to do, so I feel like I want to do at least 1 to 2 more touristy things.
So the
Grand Canyon
first time
tour,
we went,
like
I want to do that. I would agree with you. I think that if you were to describe them, to sum them up, the first time we went was so short.
Yep.
That was pretty much like a little wham bam work one night,
Pure,
hang out,
wide open,
barely any sleep, and then we were done. Like that was it was just a flash. Then the second time, that for me, that was
you did a good job.
Party hardy.
You did a really good job.
For me, I got destroyed.
I felt like shit most of that trip.
Yeah, I went hard on that one. Yeah. It was actually kind of good that I probably had like work related things to do the next day. Otherwise, it would have been a lot worse. So the next time, let's really kind of like touristy it up. Fucking mid-30s guys going. We did see a show the first time we went, but like let's go see like a legit like good ass show. I can't believe I didn't go to Severe. I thought it was just U2 concerts. I didn't know they had a whole day and night. I didn't know they had a daily thing.
Yeah, they do a whole thing.
Like fuck.
I know.
So
but it's that traffic and shit, man.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's kind of. I didn't want to deal with that because I heard horror stories. That one guy I was talking to at the bar that night, he said they went. And he said, but it was the traffic afterwards. Was
I can imagine.
Crazy.
I mean, even if you Uber, I would Uber. That way you just sit in the Uber.
We need to get a boys trip planned this year.
That's what I'm saying.
Like to Chattanooga or somewhere. It ain't got to be anywhere super far.
So what if while we're doing, we could do the Vegas show. I go again. I have to go do work stuff or whatever. But maybe we can like do a trip around that.
Yeah, I may just jump on with the Core 4 and go on a trip with y'all.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because
our big one is we're doing this cruise this year. That's our big one. Right, the entire squad's going.
That's going to be great.
So that's going to be fun. Someone keeps posting about videos about the Icon of the Seas. It's the Royal Caribbean. It's like the biggest ship on the world right now. Icon of the Seas keeps posting about it. I'm like, we're not on that fucking boat. Why he keeps
right?
We're not on that fucking boat.
We're on a budget.
We're on a different boat. We're on the like 2 boats before this one.
Yeah, is that the new one that just rolled out? It's a monster.
It has basically a water park on top of it.
Yeah, it's over 1,000 foot long, and it's something crazy.
It's insane. It's a huge boat.
So people always talk about how big the Titanic was. I'm like, at its time, yeah, but the boats we have now,
they're floating cities.
They're floating. I mean, an aircraft carrier is gigantic.
Yeah, and this dwarfs an aircraft.
Yeah, this is no joke. And that bitch will still rock in the sea, mind you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
I've seen those videos.
I'm sorry, but it don't matter how big you get. There's waves that are bigger than that.
I'm not fucking with that. It gives me anxiety.
Well, so it. I've never been on a boat that big, and I've never been out in open water like that. So I don't.
It makes me nervous. It makes me sweat.
Well, I'm not going to get seasick. I mean, apparently these boats are also so big, unless you really get into some choppy shit, even if you have seasickness, it's so big that you're not feeling it necessarily.
Nothing can be as horrible as my ears on a plane. I'll take seasickness over that. Fuck.
So I guess if we do out of the country travel, we're going to have to go by boat. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, by ship. Well, you saw where that posted like most men would say they would go on a long voyage on a wooden boat.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like 90% of men.
If one of your boys says, "Hey, we're going to go on a voyage on this wooden sailboat,"
I'm going.
100%. Exactly.
And then someone posted how much it costs to buy one. It's like 130 grand. People was like, "That's not that bad."
That's not that bad. We can chip in. We can all chip in.
I'll chip in and do it. Yeah, that's fine. It would suck.
Oh yeah, the male urge to go on a fucking voyage on a wooden ship.
I was just listening to Evan Hafer, the Black Rifle podcast. He had him and Jared Taylor. Jared Taylor does a lot of the video stuff and has his own podcast. He shared some of our stuff before. They were talking about doing a tour or a trip on an actual wooden Viking ship. It's a 4-day. It would take 4 days to do the path. Their ancestors. And the guy was like, "I just want to fucking do that."
Yeah, 100%.
And I was like, that would be cool as fuck. It'd be miserable, but it would be cool to try it.
Yeah, see, I want to do some primal ancient shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like when I went to Alaska and I did the dog sled thing.
Yeah,
like that felt like primal. You know what I'm saying? Like that was cool.
That's pretty dope. Oh yeah, but you want to do it with like a spear and an axe on your back.
Yeah, it's just
like, how can I make this more primal?
We used to talk about this. Like, why don't we carry swords anymore? You know what I mean?
miss that, dude. I just take it for my dreams. Like, I have the wildest dream. Like the other night, I had a dream that you know Destiny, the game we play all the time.
Yeah.
I had a dream that I was in the game, but I was my character.
Yeah.
And I ended up telling some woman I loved her that I just met. Like this, I was in this whole other world.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I told Kai that she was like, I don't understand how you have these kind of dreams. I was like, I don't know, but they're amazing.
Yeah.
Like I have powers. I beat the shit out of people. Aliens. I run around. I jump from.
Even in Destiny they have swords. Like my vision of like if I was to have a dream and I could do anything like Inception or whatever, I would be some sort of like warrior that has like an AR and a battle axe.
Yes, you would be and have a beard.
And a beard.
You'd have a beard.
Full on Viking beard.
You would basically be.
I'd basically be like
Rain of Fire. You'd be Matthew McConaughey.
I'd be like I'd be that guy.
I'd be him.
Yes.
You know he has that axe in his office.
Does he?
It's above his. Yeah. He kept it.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. You need to listen to Green Lights. He talks about training.
What was that character's name? I gotta find
Van
Zan or something. Like it even has like a cool name.
Yeah. You should hear it when he does Green Lights, the book that I've listened to like 5 times. He talks about training for that movie. He was like, I'm gonna run barefoot across like the desert 5 miles or 6 miles. I'm gonna drink tequila first thing in the morning. I'm gonna do all this crazy shit. Did it for like 8 days and then finally switched over.
Denton Van Zan.
He almost got kicked out of that movie for shaving his head bald.
Really? Yeah, he showed up to set.
Well, yeah, apparently. He showed up for an award show, and they were all like, well, then he finally showed back up, but he was like tan, and his head was all glossed up, and they were like, we love the look, like stick with it. But yeah, he kept that axe, that movie is, if you've never seen it, people listen, it's a great film.
I don't think it got great reviews when it came out, but
so cool.
But it's
he has one of the best deaths ever.
Yeah, you have this like Matthew McConaughey coming up. He actually kind of looks like you right now. Rolls up in a fucking tank, and he's
in a bomber
jacket, sleeveless bomber jacket.
Yes, with the fur in it, and he's
sweating. He's dirty. He's got soot all over him, and he's fighting dragons with guns and a battle axe.
Yeah. And he's got 2000s tribal tattoos.
Yes.
And what's cool is when he carries that flask, and you don't know it till the end that there's just water in it.
Right.
And then he goes to fight the big alpha male and jumps off that fucking tower with that axe. Of course he gets eaten.
But he dies horribly. But he was so cool throughout the entire movie.
Oh, dude, the whole thing.
That was ultimate, like, guys, like I don't know, guys like default fever dream in the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying?
It's just like that's what 300 in theaters. You wanted
like
to immediately wear a diaper and kick ass.
100%. Right.
As soon as I left there, I was like,
I don't make movies like that anymore.
No. Or when you saw Fast and Furious, the first one, I wanted to buy an Eclipse.
Oh, hell yeah.
The next day.
100%. Now they've gotten ridiculous. But,
well, of course, but you get it.
But yeah, early on, I think probably I think the one that I saw, it was for that string of movies, this is where the moment where they were just at the edge of plausible, and then this moment, which was epic at the time, but I would go back and I look at now, I'm like, that was the beginning of the end.
What is it?
That's where it became ridiculous.
Jump the car from building to building?
No, it wasn't even that. It was whenever they were, I can't remember which one it was. I think it was Fast 5 or it was Fast 6, I think. And it was whenever Letty came back and she was working for Shaw or whatever the fuck.
Okay, yeah.
And it had what's his name? Luke Evans in it, and they were, at the very beginning they were driving those like Formula One cars, the fucking outfitted Formula One cars. Anyway, they were on the highway. It was coming over a bridge, and it was a split highway, right? And the Dom was coming one way, and then a tank was coming the other way, and they did something to where the fucking tank took a nosedive, and it flipped Letty off the top of the tank, and she was flying into the air. Well, at the same time, Dominic comes by and rams his fucking car into the sidewall of the highway, of the bridge, and while he's like on the hood, and he flies off in the air, he catches her mid-air, and then they land on a car. Oh, that was the moment where I was like, when I first watched it, I was like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. But then at the same time, like, that's insane. And it was all downhill from there. Every single thing after that moment, because everything they did up to that point could be fairly plausible. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was little, like, when they were dragging the safe through Rio or whatever.
Superhero level dexterity.
Once it got to that point when he like dives off his fucking car, like runs his car into the sidewall, flies off of it, catches another human being midair. That was like the beginning of the end. Well, now they're taking cars to space and shit.
Well, he developed super strength. He could like break a parking garage with his foot.
And then the next movie he does shit like that.
The whole thing, I was like, and I'll watch them.
Yeah,
they're fun as shit. But I'm just like,
It was Fast 6 where it went ridiculous. That's where he stomped the parking garage and it like fucking collapsed.
But they're fun. I'll watch all of them. They're just fun.
So I watched the last one, Fast
with Jason
10,
Momoa.
With Momoa, and Momoa was
he's such a
crazy.
cool dude. That motherfucker is crazy.
He was enjoyable to watch, but as far as like everything else, like it's just like there's just too many characters. They introduced a bunch of new characters in this one.
Yeah, I like it when it used to be just cool cars, beautiful women, and just bros. It was just fun. It was cool.
Now they're like special agents, secret agents or some shit.
Got
and
very
there's like
CIA-ish.
and there's like secret organizations, and it's very like Hydra or whatever. And it's like weird.
Twisted Metal didn't have that much car action.
Yeah, which it came and went, but the Twisted Metal show already came out. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Was it me?
It's not bad. It's okay.
Was it basically Death Race?
No, Death Race is horrible.
Okay.
No, this show's way
better
better
than
quality.
Death Race. Okay, Death Race was terrible.
I'll give Twisted Metal a 7.
That's on Peacock, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd give it a 6.5, almost 7.
I think I'll probably pass.
There's really cool moments.
Is it worth getting Peacock for?
No.
Okay, I don't think so.
I would get Peacock just so cheap, and there's also good movies. They have movies that come on there that sometimes are right out of theaters. So I like Peacock. I would get rid of Paramount and get Peacock if I were you.
Well, because the only reason I keep Paramount
because you can
around,
do Peacock for free.
Well, I was going to keep Paramount around because of the Halo series, but the first season was so shitty that I'm like I don't even care about the second. And then although it looks second season does look better, one thing is I didn't see the characters that annoyed me the most. I didn't see it all in the trailer for season 2.
Okay,
so I'm like. Maybe they fixed it.
I hate the way Master Chief looks.
Yeah,
I like that actor.
They should have Mandalorianed it and just kept the helmet on the whole time.
Or shave his head bald and make him look fucked up. Have you seen what they do?
They've gone through like genetic enhancements or whatever.
Only a select few lived. Everybody else went fucking nuts or died.
Yeah, they more look like Vader at the end of
completely genetically alters them.
Yeah,
taller, more muscle mass. It completely, the whole, he takes it off and he's got locks and looks like a normal dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
Get that out of here.
I'm not into it.
His eyes didn't even look different.
But then, what else was on? And then all of the Yellowstone verse. But I'm at the point now where whenever those seasons come out, before I got Paramount Plus, I just bought seasons of Yellowstone.
Yes.
And to me, that was worth it and cheaper. And so, because I really do like, although Yellowstone, this next season that's coming out, that's the end of that run. Like they're not going to do anymore.
Costner's out.
But 1883 was a one-off season, fantastic. 1923 season 1 was great. They actually doing a second season of that one.
And now McConaughey's coming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now McConaughey's going to do one. And I'm like, I got to watch that shit. But I'm thinking like getting rid of Paramount Plus and just buying them when they come out.
Yeah, of course.
There was one that I didn't watch that was also in the Sheridan verse. Was Lawman Bass Reeves. Supposed to be like most prolific lawman back in the day. He was a marshal or something. It was a black dude, and it's David Aiello, whatever.
Yeah, okay,
Supposed to be really good.
I'm tracking.
I need to watch that one. Supposed to be really good. But I didn't realize how Taylor Sheridan he has like a shit ton of shows.
Yeah, Taylor Sheridan. He just did a podcast with Joe. You should watch it. It's
I need to watch that one.
He's a bit.
He does like King of Tulsa is one of his shows with Sylvester Stallone.
Yep, he's dabbled in a lot.
Yeah.
He's kind of an interesting guy. He's different.
Oh yeah.
He's he comes off like an asshole, but it just suits him. Like he just has his own outlook on shit and he's not changing his opinion on anything.
No.
I do like that about him.
Well, whenever he makes cameos in Yellowstone, is a douchebag.
Yeah, it's great.
He's like this.
He's a stuck up prick,
stuck up rancher piece of shit. And I'm like, where he really kind of like walks around like he's God's gift to the earth. And I'm just like, he's going there.
It suits the role.
It does suit the role.
He's a character in his own right.
And every time whenever he's in the show, I'm like, this fucking guy.
Yeah,
this is the showrunner.
You created this show. I hate you.
Exactly. Your character sucks.
Well, now he's got the 4 6s is going to do its own thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep. When the whole news of Costner dropping out.
Well, she's actually kind of a genius for doing that because he like developed his own ranch.
Yep.
And then he pays himself to shoot the show on the fucking ranch.
Yeah, a lot of those actors moved there.
Yeah.
Like the guy who plays Casey lives in Montana now. A lot of them Cole Hauser moved
Cole
there.
Hauser's really cool.
I do like that.
I mean,
I would love to meet him.
And I didn't realize that his wife was a
Brandy.
twin, Brandy.
Brandy from Joe Dirt.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was a
I
twin.
bought his coffee. I tried their coffee,
Okay.
the Free Reign. I tried it. It's pretty good. It's okay. I mean, it wasn't like, ooh, I didn't buy more. I bought a couple boxes just to say I bought it because I like Cole Hauser.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Yeah. I saw something where people were talking about women were talking about they need a guy like, Rip. They were looking for a Rip type guy. But I'm
a little bit of weight, a Carhartt coat, a cowboy hat, and a beard.
Yeah, that's it. That's
all
right,
it was.
Right. But I was like, guys like Rip aren't fucking going to give you the time of day.
Yeah, they're not.
They're going to deal with your bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Have you seen him in the film? That's what you want.
Exactly.
He is.
Right.
Kind of scary.
Like, are you Beth?
He's not going to put up with no bullshit.
You're not. So, no.
Nope.
You're not getting a Rip. I'm sorry. First of all, guys like that, how many fucking ranchers do you know?
Oh, it's a dying thing. You're not in the wrong state.
Like,
sorry.
You're not going to
do that here.
Sorry. No, you're not going to find a Rip in Connecticut.
Well, it's just like I'm not going to find Dua Lipa jogging down the road.
Right, exactly.
Good luck. Like, let's stick to what we know. Let's stick to what we can get.
Right.
Let's relax. That's why I love it when women they'll see someone from Reacher. Mm-hmm. Like, of course, he looks incredible. Like,
right.
I don't care what anybody says. He's built awesome. Women are like, oh my God, that looks awesome. I'm like, yeah, but that's less than 1%.
Yeah.
And that'd be like if your wife looked at you and was like, I want you to look like that. Like, well, I want you to look like her. And then she'd be pissed.
Yeah.
Like,
I wouldn't even want to, even if I could, obtain, a Dua Lipa type or whatever. I'm sorry, I'd rather have, a fun 6.
Oh, and Dua Lipa, I don't think is a 10. I don't think.
Well, whoever your 10 is, of course. Imagine whoever that is.
Because Dua Lipa is cute.
Sydney Sweeney. Because she's a 10 for everybody. Sydney Sweeney. I feel like I would not want to be around that after a while. I feel like she's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like she's.
Should I message her and see if she can come on?
Maybe, sure.
You know how cool that would be for our show?
Right.
I would like to have on that girl that started that podcast that blew up.
Oh, Billy Altoff?
Yeah, I'd like to have her on.
Yeah. I saw her. She did an interview with Jessica Alba, and I'm just like, I don't understand it. I mean, I guess I kind of get it.
She's playing a character.
Yeah, I know
she was just on a morning show, and they were like, you're so much different. She's like, be the character that you are on your show. And
then she turned it on.
Switched to a salt of the earth dickhead. And
she's great. She's playing it's a deadpan kind of douche. I'm not slightly douchey.
I was a hater at first, but I'm not at all. I'm hats off to you for what you've accomplished.
Good for you.
I mean, fuck, man.
It's not my cup of tea, but I get it.
Yeah.
Sure.
But when she fixes up, I thought she was gross.
Yeah, I'll follow her on Instagram, but I'm not going to listen to her podcast.
She's actually pretty good looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen clips. Just because she's a guest.
I did see where she was apparently got a bunch of work done on her face, and she immediately regretted it, and she just she fucked her face up apparently she got Botox and work done.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then she immediately regretted it and went on this whole thing to where she was like, yeah, don't do this. I can't smile. I look like an alien or whatever. So she did those things. So she immediately regretted it, which I agree with her. Especially someone her age.
You got to be subtle.
My thing is don't go don't go hard in the paint on that stuff.
You got to be careful with it. You got to do a little bit. If you're going to run some frown lines or get rid of some, you cannot go hard in the paint on it.
But I think where the lip filler, the filler
I don't
stuff,
like that.
That's where they go a little too far.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, why? When did the whole huge lips thing become a thing?
I liked it
when did that transition?
Yeah, I liked it when huge lips were just a few and far between. We were in in high school and early college. You always saw a girl with big, beautiful lips, but it was so few and far between. And we didn't really give a shit.
I don't give a shit.
It's amazing to me.
Unless you have little fucking bird lips, then
dude, it's even then I didn't give a fuck.
Because it's
shit. we were having a conversation about something
as long as you didn't look like the Red Skull.
Yeah, I don't know what men at the dating pool look for now, but I was you see all these girls dressing skanky and stuff or whatever. I'm like, dude, all the girls we hung out with were in jeans and t-shirts. Nobody gave a fuck.
I blame the Kardashians. I think it's all their fault. Everybody, ever since they came out, Kim K came out and became this fucking household name or whatever. Everyone has tried to model their look after her. Everybody.
I mean, I want women to feel good about yourself.
Sure, but she is not someone. Talking about
a sex tape.
Talking about overrated. As far as her way she looks, that's not my type. I've never been into that kind of type ever.
She's not ugly by any means.
No, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. It's a different conversation. I'm just saying why is everyone trying to look like her? She is not to me. To a lot of people, I don't know where this came about. unless you're like a fucking rapper or some shit. That's not the ideal body type to me. Sydney Sweeney, on the other hand,
Jessica Chastain,
Jessica Biel. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you talking about like now, or I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry?
I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
Okay, yeah.
Jessica Biel, like that's what. Jennifer Lopez. You know what I'm saying? Like now. Jennifer Lopez now.
Elizabeth Hurley.
You know what I'm saying?
Selma
Hayek now. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Not fucking Kim Kardashian, that fake ass looking shit. And like, have you ever seen was it Kylie Jenner?
Yeah.
When is she
dating?
She got a shit
right
now? Yeah, I think so. She got a shit ton of work done. She looks like an entirely different person.
Yeah. Isn't she a billionaire?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I blame the Kardashians. It's all their fucking fault for everybody trying to have these big asses and huge. Everything's all inflated. They look like balloon animals. I'm not into it. Whatever.
I don't get it either.
My little rant, but I don't know. I made a comment the other day because I noticed it on some Instagram accounts that I follow, to where I feel like the low rise jeans was making like a comeback.
God.
I loved that.
Do you like those?
Not like.
Do you like the high waisted pants?
Not like. I don't like the high waisted pants. I'm talking about where, because normally they're like wearing almost like mom jeans to me. Is what it looked like with the high waisted thing going on. Well, I feel like the trend was reversing to where the waistline's going back down again, to where you see hips.
Oh
again.
Yeah, I'm all.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I got
you. Like Christina Aguilera type.
Ooh,
back in the
remember
day.
the pants with no pockets on the back?
Yes,
when we were kids.
Right.
God. Over in the gaucho pants,
yes.
which are now like transitioned to yoga pants.
So I started seeing a little bit of that. I'm like,
digging it.
I'm back in the early 2000s. I'm back here. I'm back in high school again.
I'm gonna go back to wearing small t-shirts and baggy jeans.
Yep,
I'm gonna bring it back.
100%.
Look at a Power Ranger.
Yeah, dude. Baggy jeans and and like a white look like a Tommy Oliver.
That's what I'm saying. Like you wore a small shirt and Jinkos.
Jinko jeans, yeah.
And then you wear like beads.
Yeah.
And then like a Pinocchio vest.
It's puka shells.
Yeah, there was what the fuck were we talking about the other day? I was talking about. I let Harper like dress herself the other day. She came out and she was like, "I want to wear this." And I'm like, "You sure about that?" It was like baggy sweatpants and a t-shirt. And I was like,
"Yeah,
all right, well, that's what you want to wear." Whatever. Brush your teeth. Let's go. So she gets home and Kyle's like, "I can't believe you let her wear that." I said, "Kylie, she's fucking 8. Nobody cares."
Yeah.
I was like, where I pick her up, I said, the kids in there all look horrible.
Yeah.
They're in sweatpants and t-shirts. They all look like shit. They don't care. They're having a good time.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. I said, my mom used to dress us in huge t-shirts. Like, for some reason, I asked my mom one day, I was like, why the fuck are our shirts so big? That was the style. I'm like, to who?
I used to
like everybody's t-shirts were massive.
Dress us up like we were like little Chinese schoolboys.
Well, you were homeschooled.
Yeah, because I was homeschooled. And I was homeschooled too. So it's like, why am I dressing up? It doesn't make any sense.
Why do I look Asian?
Dress me up like a little gentleman or something. I'm like, the fuck is this?
To stay home.
Why am I wearing suspenders?
I like how you got to dress up to stay home.
Right. I got pictures too.
That was her later on. She was like, that little jackass.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So we had a cousin that used to dress like that. They would do like, you do like your little pictures when you were a kid or whatever. Like my mom got pictures of us done and stuff. But like he had somewhere he was like sitting on blocks and shit with like a bow tie. And I was like, dude, look how gay you looked. Like they're like this, like the little fist on the chin and like little suspenders.
Dude, there's a picture of me when it was me and my brother when we were kids. We were wearing matching outfits.
Yeah, yeah.
And it is like little loafers with knee-high socks.
Yeah.
Shorts.
It's awesome.
With suspenders and a short sleeve button down shirt and a red bow tie.
We need those I need those so I can put them on.
That's what we look like. And we had little crew cut haircuts.
Did y'all do turtlenecks?
We seriously look like little. We look like the Shining Twins, but if they were male. It was fucking crazy.
You're like Oshkosh Bagosh.
Yeah, I think they were Oshkosh Bagosh. The suspenders at least were.
Well, we used to do like Christmas pictures all together. Like everybody went to like David Barbie's, like on Memorial Drive. Like that's where all of us went for Christmas pictures, and we'd always have to wear fucking turtlenecks. So my mom was like, "Mom, next year we need to redo these. Like the people that redo pictures, I want to do that in the turtlenecks."
I've seen some fucked up ones of those where
so funny.
So some of them are like where they're holding like the brother is holding like his little sister and she's a little baby or whatever. Yeah. She's not wearing a shirt, and then they'll redo that, and he's holding his adult sister around, like groping her titties for this because they're reenacting.
Is that like people at Walmart?
Well, yeah, it's like
awkward family
photos where they recreate them, and I'm like, why would you of all the photos? Why did you pick that one? Maybe that is so awkward.
Maybe it's his stepsister.
Maybe so.
I think you were on the wrong site.
Well, there's one where like a dad was had his toddler daughter on his lap. He's laying on the couch and he's just holding her around the waist. And I guess she's like bouncing up and down or whatever the fuck she's doing.
Kid shit.
Well, that doesn't translate to whenever your daughter's an adult and you try to recreate that photo. It looks awkward as fuck.
Yeah, it looks.
Stop doing that, people.
Stop sleeping with your kids.
Stop.
Yeah, like it's you can't do that.
Molesting your adult children.
They're like, it says help me on the bottom.
Right.
If someone you know has been affected by it, yeah. Oh, dude, recreate it. I love the recreated picture. There's some of Jacob and I's kids.
Speaking of
molestation.
Okay. We need to talk about real quick. Have you heard of some of the shit that's come out with the client list with Epstein Island? Specifically,
no, I have not.
Okay.
But I've heard a joke.
Have you heard about shit about Stephen Hawking?
I've heard that he was on there and they're like, how the fuck does that work?
So apparently Stephen Hawking's
I have not looked into any of this.
So apparently he was named. He's dead now, but R.I.P. R.I.P. Stephen Hawking. Whatever, black old guy. He was implicated.
More ways than one.
He was implicated during these court release documents that he had been to Epstein Island. Right.
So is this? Let me stop you real quick. I don't want to be a dick. So because I haven't looked into any.
They have not released the client quote.
So what did they release?
There was
flight logs.
There was. I mean, I think they had that, but there was maybe not even that. But there was a court cases that went on where there was during a victim and witnesses and whatever. They basically released their statements.
Okay.
Right. And so they implicated. It's not like they released like his little black book and he had all the everybody's name. It wasn't like that. It was they released these statements during this court case to the general public. That's what got released.
Got it.
So during that, a lot of people were implicated. Like one of the witnesses or victims or whoever it was during these trials talked about how like Bill Clinton liked him young or whatever. It was like, they made comments where they implicated people.
Okay, gotcha.
And one of them was Stephen Hawking. And apparently Stephen Hawking's kink, what he liked is he liked to watch midgets solve complex equations on a chalkboard that's a little bit too high for them.
What the fuck?
That was his specific thing.
That's weird.
And I imagine I don't think they said this specifically, but I imagine they were either like they were probably naked or skimpily,
sure, like the ones we see now,
wearing like thongs or whatever.
Okay,
right. Like the ones we see on the Instagram now. It's probably probably might have been the same girls, but anyway, that was his thing, which is oddly specific
because I hate math
and super right.
Being pissed off,
super
dude.
Weird.
You got some robot talking to you from behind the window.
Yes. Yes. Carry the
wrong.
One. Carry the two. Right.
And like they could just jump his ass.
Solve for X.
You know what I mean? They could just get pissed and leave. What's he gonna do?
Right.
That's weird as shit.
That is super weird.
It's really funny.
Yeah. So apparently that was his thing. Of course, Bill Clinton was there implicated like a bajillion times. And also during these court things, Donald Trump was never implicated. Even when they asked like multiple times, these witnesses, was Donald Trump ever there? Do you ever see him like, get a massage from somebody or whatever? And they were like, no.
He's an asshole. He's not a piece of shit.
Right. And so it's funny that that's the reason why everybody was just waiting for like Donald, because he's taking pictures with Epstein. He was new Epstein and all this kind of stuff. But the thing is, when you're running in those circles, you meet all sorts of fucking people, and you can know crazy people and not do shit with them, right? And you rub elbows with all sorts of type of crazy fucking folk. But then Trump found out. The thing about Trump is they try to like portray him as this like, I don't know, just
villainous
kind of fucking character. But the dude, he doesn't drink alcohol. He's like not a party guy.
He's just a dude. He's a businessman,
right? He doesn't really, give a flying fuck about nuptials. Apparently, like he's just not good to be married to. I don't, what I'm saying.
There's a lot. There's a lot of men that are like
he's
that.
A fucking rich dude that likes women.
Cool money and women.
I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's about it. He's just flirty and rich. I mean, that's all it is. He's not just like, but that's literally all of them are like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like Bill Clinton's the one you fucking need to be worried about. Like he's actually has like rape charges against him.
He was playing saxophone, getting blown in the White House.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got some illegitimate babies running around.
Did he put a cigar on somebody's ass or some shit or something he did with a cigar?
Yeah, apparently put a cigar in Monica Lewinsky's pussy once.
Yeah,
like, I don't know why. I'm like, all right. I see shit like that. I don't understand. Like, why is that your thing? Like, I don't understand that one. Like, of all the things you could do,
like,
why?
I don't. My thing is,
Are you so? Have you done everything to where you're so sexually bored that you're like, I'm
gonna try
put
some
a
shit.
cigar in a puss? Like
well, you couldn't put something in there a little softer, like something else different, like I don't know, something else on the desk.
My question is like, when he did it like draw?
That's what I'm saying. It was like a stiff
Did
cloud.
it like draw a little bit?
He drag on it a bit.
She
like
queefed a cloud.
Well, she held a fart in the air pocket.
Is that what it was?
Caught the cigar.
Well, hell, even like what was her? What's her face? Lizzo apparently was like telling her like her backup dancers. One of the strippers would put a banana in her fucking
and she was like giving him
pussy. I'm like, what is with this?
It's a waste
I don't
of
understand
banana.
this one. Right.
It's trying to get some potassium.
I just that one don't make sense.
I didn't see the whole episode. I haven't watched the whole. But I mean, everybody knew that.
Well, of all the things that came out, that was the one thing that the internet grabbed onto the most was Stephen Hawking, and you're like, the fucking
dude,
puddle in a wheelchair.
Yeah. Speaking of wheelchair, Chappelle makes fun of that former congressman, the wheelchair, that real good-looking dude he's an ex-veteran and got in a car accident. He was I forget his name, Republican guy in a wheelchair. He was all over the news.
Greg Abbott's in a.
Is that him? Looks kind of younger. Is in a wheelchair.
No. Maybe not. I mean, Greg Abbott's in a wheelchair, but he's a Texas governor. He's not young.
I think that's him. Let me find this dude real quick. He was a congressman.
Oh, yeah. I think I know who you're talking about.
I'm just going to Google congressman in a wheelchair. There he is. Madison Cawthorn.
Yeah.
So he knows Chappelle, but apparently Chappelle brings up this skit. He was doing a bit, and he's talking about handicapped people, and apparently he's talking about that dude. He's like, he was saying how disgusting Hollywood is, and they have sex parties and all these orgies and stuff. And he was like,
and he was
like, he said, who the fuck would invite a guy in a wheelchair to an orgy? Like, you don't roll around and snitch on everybody.
Right.
Or he said, we really know why you're there. And then he like pretended he was getting bent over. Like, we're going to get this bill for America. You need to see that whole thing is so fucking funny. Because they asked him about it afterwards. Mm-hmm. And that dude's like, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm in the public's eye. Why would I get mad about being made fun of? It's fucking hilarious.
That's the right attitude to have.
Yeah, because he knows him. He met him after a show one time. He's like, I fucking love Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, if you're not doing anything illegal, just fucking own it.
It's hilarious.
You know what I'm saying?
He said,
if you're doing something illegal, try to hide it.
Wheeling around, snitching on everybody at the sex party.
Right. Oh, my God.
It's so good. I do want to go. I want to take, I told Kylie I wanted to go if we go to Austin, to Texas this year, I want to go to the mothership.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that might be one of the times where I actually get to meet a celebrity.
So maybe this could be, you could join in on the Core 4 trip with that. I would like to. I know we're doing this big thing in July.
Go to Austin.
Whatever, but Georgia is playing Texas at Texas this coming fall, which is in Austin.
You want to go?
And so I've kind of was like, hey, we should go because I've never been to Texas. I know B, he's a
I haven't been
Texas
since
fan.
I was born there.
He hasn't been in a while, so it'd be good to go, and it's in Austin. So we could go to Austin, go to the game. We could go to the mothership and do that whole thing.
Do a comedy night and check it out.
Yeah, I think that could be a good you take maybe Wednesday or you take off Friday and Monday, or maybe just Friday. We can do one quick trip, or probably just take off Monday. Get up Saturday, fucking fly out, do the thing, do Saturday night. Or actually, no, we'd have to take off the Friday. We'd have to take off Friday, go Friday, spend the night partying in Austin Friday night, and then get up Saturday, watch the game, do the mothership that night or another day, and then fly out Sunday.
Because I want to go. I want to check it out. I bet it's. I've seen I've seen a tour of it on YouTube. It's a really cool place.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they got multiple stages and everything.
It's dope. Cool. They do the Kill Tony show there and all that stuff. I mean, Ron White shows up a lot. Dave Chappelle shows up randomly.
I could look at the. It's probably too far out right now, but when it gets closer to time, because I know when the Georgia's playing Texas, we got the date, and we can look to see what's going on.
When does Dragon Con roll around? I want to go to that
That's
too.
In the summer.
Fuck. I need to do that.
I want to say it's August.
I want to go to that.
Yeah.
Depending on the guest list.
It's either July or August, but I may be on that boat. I might be too soon from that boat.
Either way.
I only have so many time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
But that's also on a weekend too, so that could be an easy. And it's Atlanta's not
far away.
It's like
it's
5
4
hours.
So yeah, 4 hours, whatever.
So we could be down there lick a split. So we could do that one. I could probably take an extra day, say the Friday, and we do Friday, Saturday, come back Sunday.
I would be down.
Yeah, we could do that. It should be opening up to see who's showing up because they canceled. They finally canceled E3.
Oh, okay. I didn't
You know what I'm saying? The Electronic Entertainment Expo, whatever it was, is a video game one. So probably just not enough people are going. So I feel like COVID probably killed that one. But anyway, Dragon Con is like the one to go to if you can't get to San Diego Comic-Con.
Be like, it's a lot cheaper anyway.
Right. So we'll look to see who's showing up on it. I think the year that I went was like the last
hoorah
real good one because it had like the cast of Flash, Arrow, and all that. Like it.
I remember
all the ones that I've seen
videos.
since then have been kind of like, as far as like guests that are showing up. Otherwise, it is cool to go and you can sit on some interesting panels of like writers and things like that.
Celebrities.
And then I mean, you could probably see you'll probably see some because I also saw like a bunch of Game of Thrones people.
Yeah.
I saw the dude that was he was in Star Wars and he was in Indiana Jones. He was the one that chose poorly.
You saw the guy from Sleepy Hollow.
I also saw, I did see that. Yeah,
I love that show.
So that's what I'm saying. We had to see who's on the list to show up as a guest. Sometimes they cancel at the end. But if you plan to go, it's a neat experience, especially seeing everybody like cosplay dressed up. That's kind of cool. But actually, I work with a girl that she had been this past year, and apparently because of COVID, it like lulled down, and it's growing back to its normal size again.
Okay, that makes sense.
So maybe we'll keep an eye on it and see if you want to try to do that. But they have other cons all the time throughout. Like Wizards of the West Coast has cons all over the country. I've been to Nashville and it sucked ass. I went to one in Louisville and it was better, but it was still there's just I don't know for the diehards. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm trying to get. If you guys get, I would love to go to Bike Week in Daytona.
Oh, if we go to Daytona, I always wanted to go see the race down there.
But Bike Week is like fucking nuts. I would love to go see it.
Yeah.
It's cool. We could rent bikes.
See a lot of
go
titties.
Do it. Because in case that's okay. In case y'all don't get bikes in time, we could rent bikes and go do that.
Yeah.
Because now you got a license.
So, to Daytona, that's what, like a 10-hour drive?
No, I'm saying we would go and rent bikes from there.
But I'm saying if we drove from here, that's
it's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad.
Probably on bikes is like a 10-hour.
I would probably just rent us a van.
Yeah.
And all ride together.
I would say probably
just so much fun.
It might just be easier just to fucking fly down in there, and I know you don't like flying.
I would rent a van. We could all pitch in and stop along the way, dude. It'd be so much fun.
I'm just thinking about time.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. We'll figure it out.
But yeah, that would be a good one.
All right. News or Road to 100 and Road to Fun Shit this year.
Yeah, that's kind of my like. So 2023 was just doing this new job. Like I took this new job, and that was but 2023 pretty much took up that entire was just doing that. But this year, which I'm still doing the job, obviously, but I wanted to check some shit off the list. You know what I'm saying?
I want to get a big guest on the show this year. I don't care if it takes me the whole year. I want a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll work on that.
Well, I guess we should wrap this up.
Yeah, wrap it up first. Being back in 24, man. We're on a hiatus. Sorry about that, guys. Shit happens.
It happens, yeah. Everyone got sick, so it wasn't just us.
Oh, people are still getting sick.
People still getting sick. And it's not, you got to start taking your vitamin D.
And your zinc and your elderberry.
Right.
All the stuff, dude.
Your colloidal silver.
All of it, man.
All that shit.
Yep.
Okay. Well, anyway, you want to send us out?
Yeah. Make sure you guys like, follow, share, subscribe. Anybody new listening, hit us up on Instagram. As always, if anyone is wanting to come on as a guest or know someone that would be fun on the show that would vibe with us or anything of that nature, you can DM me or Zach as well, or DM the podcast Instagram page. So, yeah, Road to 100. This is 64.
64.
We're getting there. So, we appreciate everybody who's been listening. And I don't have any new merch or anything rolling out in the next couple months. I've got maybe some more decals coming out. The hats I had made were kind of a bust. Mine actually ended up tearing up. So, I'm going to revisit that whole thing. So, but yeah, just be on the lookout, and I'm going to try to be a little better about Instagram posts and probably start doing some live videos here soon. I'm kind of nervous about all that. I've never done that before, but I'm just going to have to dive into it and just fuck it. It'll be fine. So, and probably just get made fun of, or they'll be like, yeah, Zach described you perfect. You're like an idiot. Either way. But yeah, definitely like
Yeah,
follow, share,
I don't
all
know
of
if
it.
you have to worry about you. You actually look pretty decent on camera. I look like a fucking
What'd you say? You look like
fat Buddha on the fucking
No,
corner.
you said you look like
I look like an accountant in Chinatown.
an Asian accountant. But yeah,
Especially I got my glasses on right now. I definitely look fucking nerdy as shit.
that's all right. But yeah, we'll see y'all next week. Peace.